another deep in my research pool.
Yep.
Take down, dude. All right, cool. What's
right.
up, punks?
What's up, punks?
All right, welcome back for another week. May the 4th be with you for those who observe.
And with you.
And with you, and also
with
with you, all for those who get that joke. Welcome to RockMental for this week. I am Chaotic, your resident metalhead and ADHD brain.
Hey, I'm Mayhem. I got that bipolar disorder, PTSD, and I like just kind of a little bit of everything.
Grumpy here. I get the sads, depression, anxiety, you know, the fun old things.
I'm
Okay.
figured. I'm the producer here. I've got pretty much everything that they have. So
Yeah, we rub off on them pretty good.
yeah,
So, yeah, but
big influences over there.
that's right. All right,
Baines, I saw. What's up, Baines? Happy Sunday. May the
Hey,
4th
what's
be
up,
with
Baines?
you
cool.
too.
All right, Baines. I know Baines is a big Star Wars fan, so happy holiday to you.
Yes.
It should be a holiday.
It should be a
should
holiday.
be.
We should all get the day off.
Is it not nationally recognized?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No,
We gotta get the verses together.
that's right.
If you will.
I think we have a few other things to work on before we start.
Yeah, I got a few things to work
We'll
out.
keep that on the table. We'll put
Yeah.
that on there. It's cool. Well, if you're new to the show, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell to notify. If you've been with us, like Baines and Seabass, welcome back. Thanks for your fandom and thanks for supporting us. And make sure to tell a friend about RockMental and why we're so badass at what we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
S-Wave.
Ace
What's up,
Wave,
Ace Wave?
what's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
You'll be hearing from Ace Wave a little bit later on.
Yes.
Hint, a little premonition on
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. There we go.
That's the
I failed English. Like
that's the
3
literary
times.
elements we're
There we
looking
go.
for. Yes.
All right, so let's get into our mosh pit mentality. So those of you who have been with us for a while, and if you're new to us, should learn that the mosh pit's actually something that intrigues us very much here. We study mosh pits. We've been in mosh pits. We kind of like mosh pits. And what's funny is in our society, mosh pits are viewed as like this violence kind of just collection of Neanderthals running into each other and hurting each other and things like that. But for those of us and those of you out there that have actually been in one or are going in, then we understand something, right? It's actually a beautiful place to be. 100%. We've got men in there just getting all of this anger and this hurt out, tears in their eyes, just raging, getting all of that negative energy out. You got women in there just trying to find a safe place to just enjoy themselves. Just got people enjoying their favorite bands. There's a rule though that everybody follows, regardless of why you went, who you are, what music you're actually into. If somebody falls down, you pick them up. Very simple.
That's right.
And this is a community, or this is the type of community that we want to have, is if somebody falls down, we pick them up. Doesn't matter what they look like, who they love, how they voted, doesn't matter. If they fall down, you pick them up. And
right.
this is where we get our mosh pit mentality. So if you all don't mind, those in the chat, put your horns up. You at home, put your horns up. We're going to put our horns up here, and we're going to talk about our mosh pit mentality. So repeat after me. If you hit the ground,
If you hit the ground,
put your hand up.
put your hand up.
If you see a hand up,
If you see a hand up,
put your hand out.
put your hand out.
Ask,
Ask,
answer.
answer.
That's how we rage to see another show.
That's how we rage to see another show.
Nobody
Nobody moshes alone.
All right, thank you, everybody. Grumpy's going to tell us what we got for today.
All right, guys. Exciting show again for you guys this week. Obviously, we did our research. We have new bands for you guys. We'll again talk a little bit about our week, about how things are going with us, get in our feels a little bit like we always do, and share the mental health resources and info for anybody who may need them. We'll have a pretty good resources to
Yep.
talk about today. Yeah. We'll listen to the music like always, and we have a little game for you guys this week that
I'm excited
It's
about
pretty
this.
fun.
I'm
Yeah,
actually excited.
Get to know us a little bit.
Yeah, get to know us a little bit better
Yeah.
personally. But yeah, that's what we have going on for you guys. Figured?
Oh yeah, make sure to follow us at RockMental Official on pretty much everything. That's where we have a lot of our posts where you can see how to talk metal with Mayhem over there. Make sure to head over to rockmental.com. That's our hub. That's where you can find pretty much all of what's going on at RockMental throughout the weeks. And then yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah,
All right, we got some housekeeping things to do.
Yes,
so-
guys. So some announcements before we get into the show. This week we talked to Marlo for Beyond the Pit.
Right.
If you don't remember Marlo is the kind of folkish, sad music vibe artist from Chicago, Illinois that I featured a few weeks back.
That's right.
So good.
Oh, so
She's
good,
so
man.
good.
Yeah, really good.
Her lyrics just, oh my god, just to be able to paint a
Dude,
picture.
Cities, man.
Right in
there,
the
the squishy spot,
fields,
man.
yeah. We were I was very fortunate to be able to interview her, and you guys will be able to see it
Mhm.
coming really soon. We are here in Beyond the Pit, so
Yep.
subscribe, check it out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or Amazon Music. We'll have the interview and the links to Marlo's webpage. That way you guys could please support her. She has amazing
Oh, yeah.
music.
Yep.
Now this week coming up, we have a really awesome guest for
Oh yeah, we
Beyond
do.
the Pit.
Yeah, we do.
Figure, roll the clip.
Hey everyone, this is Aidan Kelly from Blue Nicotine, and I'm going beyond the pit this week with RockMental. Catch my interview on RockMental's official YouTube channel and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. See you all there.
That's right. I talked to Aiden Kelly from Blue Nicotine. I featured these guys a while ago.
Yeah, it's been
Like a long time ago, but man, their music still rocks. He actually performed at the Cat House
Mhm.
over there in the UK. A really an interesting show. He actually broke his leg.
Ooh.
Oh.
So much love to Aiden. Hope you feel better, bud.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah.
your episode will come out this week. This dude is awesome. He is so cool, so down to earth. And we have a really good conversation about his music. So that will be the next Beyond the Pit. Make sure you subscribe, like Wimpy said, and you'll be notified once it drops. So
Yes.
I got to overhear the interview. Aiden's a dude, man.
He's a dude.
That guy
he's really cool.
is really cool.
and he's like all into this music. Like, I mean, he's a lot like us. His story resonated a lot with me because he had the full-time job and he did the whole
Mhm.
thing, and like music was kind of there, but then like something snapped, something switched, and he's like, no, I got to do something.
Yeah.
He gets it, man, and his story resonated. We talked a lot about life, talked a lot about what this music stood for, and it's so relatable. I think you guys are gonna have a awesome time listening to the
Oh
story.
yeah. And stay tuned for the Beyond the Pits. We got some great artists coming up.
Yeah,
I'm
do.
excited about a couple artists that we got in the old hopper.
That's
if you
right.
will.
That's right.
Yeah, stay tuned for those.
Cool. So, we at RockMental, like we mentioned last week, we've been busy. We've been busy, guys.
Very
We've been
busy.
doing a lot of work behind the scenes to give you all the best experience that possible. So part of that is our Beyond the Pit, giving you access to behind the scenes of conversations with artists and upcoming bands, what their music is like, and everything like that. Kind of like Behind the Music. Remember VH1?
Yeah.
Remember
Yes.
VH1? Remember that shit?
Yes.
I love that show. So it's kind of like our version to you.
Yeah.
So that's the music side. We also want to make sure on the mental health side that we have services and resources available for you to, make sure you're on the up and up, make sure that you have all the information to help yourself in life. Part of that is the mosh pit mentality that we just went over. We also have a resource page at rockmental.com/help that gives a lot of information about what crisis. We have our partners at Helping Survivors,
That's right.
who also put a webpage up for those who are victims of sexual assault, sexual violence, to possibly get some legal help. Is that right?
Yeah. It's possible, yeah.
Yeah. So we wanted to go one step further, and we want to make sure that we are very deliberate about what we do. So part of that, and if you've been joining the show, you know that we're very open about our own journeys through therapy. All four of us here are in therapy, and we're not ashamed to say it. We're actually very proud to say that we're in therapy. We're seeking treatment for our own unique individual mental health challenges. And so with that said, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
That's
By the
right.
way, we're wearing our green, for
Mhm.
most of us. We want to make sure that we honor this month and honor you guys by giving you the resources that you okay. So we're gonna mention what that's gonna be about in just a second. So we're really excited. Really excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else is going on, guys?
I heard through the grapevine. I got a little notification on my phone actually.
Oh, really?
It's been an anniversary of some sorts.
An
Oh,
anniversary.
An
What kind of
anniversary. It's been an
Ooh.
entire year.
Uh-oh.
Whew. It's been a year
It's when?
since how do I put this? I don't know how to put this. I'm gonna say Drake received their response to an attempted diss
Oh,
by one Kendrick Lamar.
attempted diss.
I
Yeah.
believe it was Meet the Grams. Am I correct?
Meet
Yes.
the Grams by
Figured.
Drake, and Kendrick responded with no.
No,
Family Matters by
Drake.
Drake
by Drake,
and
Meet the
Kendrick responded
Grams.
with Meet the Grams like in what 20 minutes?
20-ish minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
less than half an hour.
God,
It is. So
talk
for
about
any
a
of
diss
you,
track. 20 minutes
oh
later.
my. So I
Get me in the booth.
imagine
Get me in the booth.
I imagine he had it recorded already. And
Yeah.
this is the genius of Kendrick Lamar. Like just following the entire battle or whatever, he already knew what Drake was gonna say before Drake even said it.
But wasn't a whole part of it. He told him, he's like, "Your people work for me."
Yeah.
Yep.
He warned him like, even your own people don't like you.
Oh.
They feed me stuff.
Exactly.
And this was one of the response to that.
Well,
He also warned him in Euphoria, I think. Don't tell no lie about me. I won't tell truths about you. And he also said in the song, I know some stuff about people. Like
mhm.
he was basically warning him, hey, chill out what you say about me, dude. I know some stuff.
Uh-oh.
Well, in Meet the Grams, he didn't even just talk about Drake. He talked about the people that
Yeah.
surround Drake
yeah.
and very personal things that normally people don't talk about.
Yep.
And that I think is kind of the genius of Kendrick Lamar is he leaves no stone unturned. If he's gonna go in a battle, he's gonna go in a battle.
Yeah.
He does his homework, ladies
He
and
does
gentlemen.
his
He does his
homework. He's got like that Sun Tzu art of war thing going on.
He did warn him.
He did warn
He
him,
did warn him.
but in that book by Sun Tzu, he says, "You never go into a battle unless you've won it." And I think
Mm.
I think he went in already knowing he won.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know what? I think this is a lesson, not just to hip hop artists, but artists in general about authenticity. And I think the lesson that we've learned over the course of this year is authenticity is actually very important.
Yeah.
Not just in hip hop. We've seen it in the rock realm as
Yeah, that's
well.
right. That's right.
Nickelback, for example,
We talked about
We
it.
talked
we
about that
talked about
time.
last week, is accused of not being authentic.
Yeah.
Overly produced.
Overly
like, a little too
produced.
polished.
Too polished, a little poppy, if you will, but I don't really get that. But
I mean, there's a place for
It is.
for pop elements
So,
in rock.
do
There-
you
there is.
make music to be popular, or does pop music follow what's popular?
That's true.
So I think Nickelback might be caught somewhere in that argument somewhere.
Could be. I can see that.
And
I can
then
see that.
and then other artists that get accused, such as Stained. What's the gentleman's name?
Oh, Aaron Lewis.
Aaron Lewis.
Mm.
It's an interesting
Very interesting.
it's an interesting dynamic in music, which we see mostly in hip hop.
Yeah.
So this year long, I guess this year, as we've seen this battle kind of wane, and then we have the Super Bowl that kind of reignited the discussion, and then it's kind of waned again. Now Kendrick's on tour with SZA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing music together, by the way.
Luther.
Luther is
that
top
you-
notch.
Oh, man. And Drake, I mean, put out another record, which
It did pretty well, actually.
actually very
Pretty good.
good. So I think what I've learned in this past year, and I hope we can have this discussion, but in the rock genre,
I like it.
is authenticity.
Yes.
How much is authenticity worth
Yeah.
Mm.
in rock?
Yeah.
as compared to rap.
I would venture to say, I speak, I think, for the metal world, that authenticity is everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is everything. I mean, remember when the hair bands in the 80s started coming out? That's where, like, that's why Metallica left LA, because you had Motley Crue and like all these hair
Oh, yeah.
bands and like all these things coming out. Like, these guys are just talking about getting laid and getting drunk. Like,
Yeah.
they're not talking about the real shit. So I think there's an element there, especially like in the underground thrash metal world, where authenticity is 100% still there.
You
Yeah.
know, I just talked about Marlo not too
Yeah.
long ago, but
Yeah.
just being able to write song such a way to like we feel
Yeah.
authenticity.
Well-
Like you just, I don't know, being able to get thrown into a story
Yeah.
for just 3 simple lines in a song to
Yeah.
put you in a spiral in your
Oh,
emotions.
Yeah.
Like that's the authenticity that
Yeah.
some of these artists
Oh yeah.
Well,
are able to
it's-
channel.
It's one thing to sing a song. I mean, anyone can sing a song.
Yeah.
I can sing a song, not very well, but it's one thing to sing a song, but it's another thing to tell a story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's another thing to have that story be believable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the authenticity comes in, because you got to be 100% yourself, comfortable with yourself,
Well,
right?
the bands that we featured lately, Marlo, for instance, Cities again.
Yeah.
Oh my God. God damn it, Marlo. I was like, I couldn't talk for a couple minutes. I was like, I felt exactly
Yes.
that. Abdomen, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk a lot. Like,
Yes.
the lead singer Peter just talks a lot about kind of just his
Yeah.
struggle.
Yeah.
And Lockjaw.
Lockjaw, yeah,
Lockjaw.
about
Mhm.
Joe and his struggles. I mean, Jeff in that interview talked about just the way Joe grew up and the shit that he went through. Man, how it comes down to music.
Oh yeah.
Jeez, man, there's some heavy stuff.
Oh yeah. And there's authenticity within artists. So
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched an interview of Billy Corgan. He was talking about the first time he met Chino Moreno.
Yeah.
And went to the concert, thought it was great, went backstage, and apparently, according to Billy Corgan, Chino's like, "Hey, what's up? You recognize anything?" Apparently, he had, gotten inspiration from some Smashing Pumpkins song, and Billy was like, "I heard it, man." Like, that's the authenticity I think artists are looking for in other artists. Maybe like, you acknowledge where you're getting some of this
Yeah.
Mhm.
inspiration from. But as fans, I think it's a little bit different, because we're not,
Yeah.
most of us, I don't have a music degree. I know what I like, but
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you like structurally like the different types of
Yeah.
music theory that goes into that. But listening to the music, I think you can tell when an artist is genuinely making their
Yeah.
own music.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the bands that we love here that are stuck here, the Nirvanas, the Nine Inch Nails, Deftones,
The Cure.
Rush, Cure, Jimi Hendrix, Foo
Foo
Fighters.
Fighters.
Yeah, you just have so many artists that are genuinely making
Yeah.
great music by themselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you have other artists which get accused of being inauthentic.
Yeah.
The Nickelbacks, for example. I think Stone
yeah.
Temple Pilots got thrown in there for a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Accused
they
of
did a
being kind
bit.
of industry plants, if you will.
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. Well, we do talk about rock,
Rock
music,
music
here,
here,
so we're
that's-
not,
that's
we won't get
different.
into
You
that.
won't get- you don't have the moves like Jack.
He doesn't have the moves
Yeah.
like Jagger either.
I mean, all their songs sound the same now.
They kind of do.
They all sound the same.
They
But-
have
but
their
no,
place, but
But they have their place and they're popish and they'll get popular and they they have a beat. You'll move to
Yeah.
them, but to our point, do you feel it?
exactly.
Are you gonna put that on repeat because you're like, fuck.
Maroon
Yeah.
5 does have some songs,
The early stuff.
Yeah.
The early stuff.
but let's not pretend like they're the rock band or something like
No,
that.
no.
They're a pop rock band.
Songs about Jane are
Oh no, great,
Good
great,
album.
Yeah,
great.
But since then,
Eh,
That's a topic
Yeah.
for another day.
that's what I'm talking about.
we had a different discussion about personal lives of artists. And we won't get into
Yeah.
that.
That'll be a discussion for another
Yeah,
episode.
But if we think about, let's say, the big four thrash metal bands,
Yep.
authenticity is
Through the roof.
through the roof there.
Yeah.
I mean, Slayer, Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax,
Thanks.
those dudes didn't just make the music, they lived
Lived it.
the music.
Yeah.
the reason why we have metal, the reason we have bands like
Mhm.
Lockjaw,
Yeah.
is because of those bands.
Yeah.
And we have great music today because
Yeah. Well, in the grunge scene too.
grunge
Yeah.
scene
Scene, Kurt
too.
Cobain,
Yeah,
freaking Chris Cornell, all those singers
Oh,
are
yeah.
talking about real shit.
real stuff. And then
Yes.
you get a band like Pearl Jam, which also gets accused of being a little bit of an industry plant, but I don't get that one as much.
No, I don't.
I don't feel that they're inauthentic. I think they were separating themselves, if you will, from like that real grunge stuff.
Yeah.
They sang about a lot of the same stuff, but I want to say Pearl Jam's a little bit more, I guess, removed
A little
to
bit.
talk about it directly.
Well, they got, what was it, like the album Yield?
Yeah.
Right? That's where, like, well, figuratively and by name, yielded kind of
Mm-hmm.
From the grunge.
from that. Our other brother will tell.
Yeah.
Can give you a whole dissertation
Yeah.
about it.
Well, you have in grunge, you have like this highway, and then you have Pearl Jam kind of take a little bit of an offshoot, and then you have Stone Temple Pilots that, with their second,
Yeah.
Purple,
Yeah.
kind of didn't sound
They didn't sound like
grungy,
yeah.
but
It was
they
still
made
good.
something.
It was still
No,
good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
One of the best records
Yeah.
from that era. My first record
Yeah.
that I bought. But I think you get a little bit of everything when you talk about authenticity, because it is very subjective.
That's right.
But when you
It
hear
is.
artists talk about other artists, it's very interesting. And me, I like to watch The Breakfast Club, talk about hip hop,
Yeah.
and them talking about each other's authenticity is interesting because you have a certain lifestyle that a lot of these people,
Yeah.
I mean, heartbreaking in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
And when you're rapping about stuff like, I mean, it's coming from somewhere genuine, and then you have someone like Drake who's rapping about that, and knowing where he came from, he's that kid from Degrassi, right?
Yeah.
Singing about
Growing up in the streets.
growing up on the streets, and you have like the sounds of gunfire in the background, like he didn't grow up that way. Like, I think that is where we kind of find authenticity now.
I would love to get Ace Wave's take on all this.
Yeah.
Absolutely kidding.
Absolutely.
All right.
But it has been a year.
Yep.
I'm excited about Kendrick's tour with SZA. I definitely want to go.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to scrounge some money up, get a third or fourth job if I need to get there. But
Yeah.
I think this past year has definitely been, at least for me, a lesson in authenticity.
I like it.
That's a good way to
I like
Yeah.
that.
good way to put it.
There's an episode of Music Theory with Mayhem.
Mhm.
Just package that up.
There we go.
Cool. Well, speaking of authenticity, I think a lot of us in our own mental health journeys have struggled with being authentic with not just the people around us, but with ourselves, about what we're feeling, about what we're doing. So what I was alluding to a little earlier is how you do that through therapy. So one thing that we've done, and we've worked really hard on, and thankfully we're happy to announce today, is we've partnered with an organization called Heads Up Guys. Heads Up Guys is a international research and advocacy organization that is made by men for men, with the goal of battling depression and suicide among men across the world. Statistically, in North America, and I think in the UK as well,
Mm-hmm.
men make up 75% of reported deaths by suicide. That's
Insane.
insane. It's alarming. But when you think about it, especially as guys, how many guys do you know or were in your life that did die by suicide? I think a lot of us can count.
Yeah. I lost 5 guys.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
It's terrible. And it's such a huge, not just societal, it's a huge public health crisis. And knowing that many of you guys listening right now are indeed men and are also rock and heavy metal fans, we want to make sure we provide you all with the tools and resources you need to get help before it turns into crisis. So what we've done is we made a new resource page. It's rockmental.com/headsupguys. Through this partnership, Heads Up Guys has provided you all with access to resources to look for help, to get some statistics about depression and what it feels like. And it can be all accessed through that webpage. So I want to thank everyone there at Heads Up Guys. We got Joe Ratchert, who's
Yeah.
been our contact. He's been awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Real.
Joe's a dude.
He's a dude. He's gone through some stuff. He's also had many people in his life die by suicide. And then Dr. Ogranachuk, I believe.
Yeah.
He's the director there. Amazing partnership. These guys are really legit there to help us. So please, if you're thinking about therapy, if you aren't thinking about therapy, if you're one of those like, therapy, what's it going to do? Go get informed. Go to the resource page. Go to rockmental.com/headsupguys. You'll find some pretty staggering statistics. You'll be amazed what depression does for us men. You'll have direct links there. There's 4 really big buttons. You cannot miss them, guys. You can find a therapist near you. These are therapists that have been vetted by Heads Up Guys, that are specialists in men's mental health. They know men inside and out, so they can find you. They are all over the world, all 50 states in the United States, all provinces in Canada, UK, Philippines, Australia. They have therapists in every area, and most of them offer remote services. So there is a therapist that is ready to help you right now through there. So you can find it through there. There's also a depression self-check. If you've been feeling down and you want to see like, well, I'm just sad. I don't think this is depression. This is a tool to help you navigate through that and give you resources. There's a self-care toolbox to kind of give you some ideas on how to care for yourself and show yourself some love. And there's information for friends and family. So maybe if you're not going through something, but you know a man in your life who's going through some stuff, there's some information resources. So again, rockmental.com/headsupguys. Thank you again to Heads Up Guys, Dr. Grunchuk and Joe over there. Thank you so much for your partnership. We're going to expand on this in June. We'll give you guys some more details about that. So please go on there, check it out, get at least, get informed and get yourself educated.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Oh, Ace Wave chimed in a little bit about the Drake situation.
Ooh, I want to hear this.
Yeah, so just catching up. I don't follow Drake. I never found him to be that authentic at all. I could be wrong, but something about his music feels very manufactured.
Oh, there you go.
And I think we get back into like the Nickelback kind of
Yep.
overproduced. And there are, I guess, rumors or accusations that he actually steals music from the artist in his label. So yeah, I can't speak on the manications of hip hop, but I do know that that's not probably very well received.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, but anyway, moving right along.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're
ready. Get to the fun part.
Yeah, let's get into the.
I know you guys.
Well, we do want to remind though, if you are in crisis,
that's right.
If you are in crisis, if you're at a point where you don't know where to turn, you feel alone, you're in that state of I need help. Drop what you're doing, call 988 right now. 988 is the national suicide prevention hotline. It works in the United States and in Canada. They will connect you with mental health professionals to give you information, to give you an ear, lend an ear for you to talk to, just to give someone to talk to and see what's going on. We also, like I mentioned before, resources on rockmental.com/help. There are people that want to help you. There are people in your life or just around that want to see you tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. So there is hope. There are people who care, and all it takes is one call or one text. So 988. Please, you got us 4 here, dudes. We support you. We're all in the pit together. And just like we mentioned, if you fall down, someone will pick you up. So do that. All right.
Let's get into the music.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. As we always do, we found 3 exciting bands for you guys to present to you guys. So, we usually look for bands of about 50,000 monthly listeners or less.
Groupie.
Yes. Hey. I kept it up this week.
Okay, good.
We do our extensive research. We find these bands for you. We're gonna go ahead and play two 2 songs from each band, so that way we can talk about these tracks and talk about the band a bit and really go what they made us feel, what they made us think, and why we pick this band and song. We love your guys' participation. Please let us know if you guys like it, if you don't like it, if I have the best taste, which I know I do.
We'll see about that.
We like to let them think that.
And if really, if you guys enjoy the music, we'll have those Spotify barcodes on the screen so you guys can easily find them and find these artists, find these songs, and start listening to them. These artists are great.
Oh yeah.
They deserve all the listens that they can get.
Absolutely.
That being said, who's going first?
You go ahead. So we'll save the best for last.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel a little sorry for you.
Ooh.
that's fine. All right, let's get to it then. Let's get the best band out.
First,
all right.
alright.
Let's see.
Let's see what
No,
you
you know
got.
what? I am very excited about this band that I picked out this week. I actually, ran into their music a few weeks ago while doing research, but didn't really dive into all their extensive work.
Mhm.
Finally got back to them. They kick ass.
Yeah.
They kick ass. They are the Florentine.
Florentine.
Florentines, yes,
Sounds fancy.
from Manchester.
Ooh, okay.
So across the big lake, across the pond,
Across
as
the
they
pond,
say.
as they say,
Across
yeah.
the
Across the
ponds.
pond.
Okay.
The Great Lake would be Canada, wouldn't it?
Canada,
That's 'cause-
yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
But from Manchester, young kids. They've been playing about a year and a half together.
Okay.
So they started
That's
putting
it?
out music in 2023. Yes.
Dang.
Wow. Okay.
They have an album. They are coming up that Manchester music, like that music scene out there. They've got some loyal fans now, and
Okay.
still only about 10,000 monthly listeners.
Oh. Okay.
Great song, it hits you on the feels, but at the same time, it just pumps you up.
Mhm.
And the week I had, I was running around all week, doing this, doing that, work, personal life things, and just being able to put them in my headphones and just get pumped up, man. It was great. So the first song I want to give you guys a little treat of what they are.
Okay.
And this is their newest single, by the way. I
Okay.
wanted to put it out. But first song we got, I believe, is called What It Takes.
Yes.
Yes. And it starts off. Figured if you can start us off, I forget what I put it at.
Minute 45,
please.
Okay.
Do this.
Is
But I know you'll never learn. I never ever wanna be like you at all. Maybe I was right,
Okay.
maybe you'll fall.
Growl, man. That
A little early Arctic Monkeys, perhaps.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Walking with everyone but no one at all. Maybe you were right, maybe I will.
Oh yeah. Hear it a lot.
Maybe I will fall.
Very cool.
Okay.
On action. Here we go.
Little bit.
Look at the guitar.
Yeah. I can see him on
Pick it
stage
up.
going nuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's through my research. That's what I read. I saw some reviews about their shows that they just amp up the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah, Ace Wave said that it sounds like 21 Pilots.
21.
Yeah,
I get that.
There you go. Yeah.
For me, it was Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
It was very much Arctic Monkeys. It was very much early Strokes for me too.
Yeah.
Kind of,
That's what I would say with the guitars and
Yeah,
like the drum
yeah,
kind of.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just they got their soft side to them. They'll get you in your feels, but at the same time, within the same song, they'll turn it up.
Yeah.
They just bring in the energy, man. Oh
Mm.
god, it's
Yeah.
amazing. the second song I have is called Glue.
Glue.
A little bit of a
Okay.
love song.
Alright.
Everyone likes a little,
A love song.
a little love song every here and
Nothing
there.
wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, but it does really speak to the dangers of especially young love, feeling like you glued to someone.
Okay.
But the dangers to it too, like maybe sometimes you gotta be careful with that.
Yep.
Yep.
Can we start at about minute 30 figure?
Yes.
I'm glued to you.
Okay, this kind of reminds me of Strokes right here.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like Franz Ferdinand. right
Yeah.
there.
There you
I
go.
would say like that. Good European garage.
Yeah.
rock. All
There
right.
you go.
And then like
I'll say it once and I'll say it clear while I ruminate.
Arctic Monkeys.
kind
Yeah.
of like the highs a little bit.
There you go.
A little hyper.
Hear him sing though.
Like glue all in my hair with a constant fear.
No, but man, he can belt too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got this nice I believe William Smith, name of the singer, lead vocals. He has that growl, that grasp to his voice, and he can just belt, man. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, lead vocals William Smith, Luke Holding on lead guitar, Harry Stubbs on the bass, and Liam Fiddy on the drums. Again from Manchester. Right now playing a lot of shows out there in England.
Okay.
Coming out of that Manchester City scene out there. It's amazing band, man. I can't. When I heard them, they already sound pretty polished.
Yeah.
And you look at their posters, I couldn't find their ages, but they cannot be more than 18, 19. They
Seriously.
look like kids, man. They
Wow.
look like kids.
Were they even alive when the Strokes came out?
No. But my God, dude, it just feels electric when you hear the song. I could just imagine on a live show. But I like how Ace Wave, and you're right though. He said 21 Pilots, especially in that vocals.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I do hear that a lot.
No Ace Wave. These are not Audio Technica. They are cheap ones we found on Amazon. I spent like a week and a half trying to figure all this out.
Yeah.
We are a budget podcast.
Oh, so Brian Plus Music on Twitch says, "Yo, have you heard of Pest by Pest Control?"
Pest by Pest Control.
We'll have to
Look it
we'll
up.
have to
We
check that
like
out, Mr.
recommendations.
Mr.
Yeah.
Brian.
Absolutely.
We love recommendations.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, guys.
Well, no, good band. Good band. I like
Good
it.
band.
Yeah.
Florentines.
I like how it went from like that nice soft to like
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of what it feels like.
It kind of especially that first love, that being young and being
Yeah.
not in control of your emotions.
Yeah.
It's like it's nice and sweet, and when
Yeah.
you start getting into those like, what are these feelings? How do I act here?
Yeah.
It gets a little messy.
Yeah. It's kind of like when the puppy love kind of wears off.
Yes.
You have to like deal with
And then you have to
conflict.
deal like actual human emotion.
Exactly.
And you realize, okay, this person sucks just about as much as I do.
And being in that age,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all mature at different ages, but being in that
Yep.
maturing age where you still don't know how to deal with these emotions,
Yeah.
and it can sound just as hectic as
Especially
they
that,
want to be.
especially that young. You realize I was not ready for this.
Oh,
Yes.
You're like, what the was I thinking?
Yeah, right. Oh man, that was good. Okay,
good.
okay.
I-
I will. Okay, that was good.
I rescind my accusation of yes.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
So who's next? Who we got next?
Who we got next?
You know, I think I will go next.
We'll go next.
I kind of took your same approach, but not really. So we
Wait, can I have something?
yes.
Have we had Brian Plus Music here before?
I don't think so.
No.
Welcome.
First
Hey,
time chat.
just want to shout out. Hey,
Thanks,
welcome.
Brian.
Welcome, Bryce. So
Yes.
thanks for the rec. Stay for the music.
That's
Yes,
right.
please. Thank you.
So, I will. All right, first time. That's right. So, last week we had a guest, Big Mac.
Yep.
Join us. So, just, kind of a little backstory here. We featured Kamikaze Zombie a few
Yes.
what, month and a half ago?
Month and a half ago.
It was a long
It's
time
been
ago.
a while, yeah.
Kamikaze, awesome thrash band from the New Orleans area.
Oh yeah.
They can kick ass.
Oh yeah. Check out
Mm.
Beyond the Pit with Clint Spain. A dude, like
For
just
Insane.
a really great guy.
Really good. So, one of their friends, Big Mac, his name's Mike McGrady, is also in a band. And he joined us one time. He said, hey, we love, want to check us out. So he hit us up on our website. He sent us the link to his page, to his band. His band is called Embering Effigy. Holy crap.
Yes.
The first song is their new single, and it just kicked my ass. And so we actually put them at the beginning of our show last week. So if
Yeah.
you were with us last week, you heard a little bit about them. And they're just too good to not feature. So my band is Embering Effigy. They
Yep.
only have 1.1K monthly
Ooh.
listeners on Spotify.
Gotta get that up.
We need to get that up,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
people. They call themselves Southern Fried Thrash. They hail from
Southern fried
Thrash.
Oh, that sounds.
That sounds tasty, doesn't
It
it?
sounds tasty.
Do you guys come in hot? Can I get them hot?
Spicy.
Extra
Spicy.
crispy. Their ribs are extra crispy. They're really
Yeah.
good.
Oh.
They hail from Conyers, Georgia, so they're
Okay.
southern rockers. They've played. I think they've opened up for Kamikaze Zombie a couple of times, so they're friends of the bands. So friends of our friends are our friends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this first song. This first song is called Vortex. I've actually had a chance to connect with Mike McGrady over email. Dude's awesome. Kind of give you some backstory of some of these. So I'm gonna start off with the first song that we played last time. It's called Vortex. Let's start as an awesome intro. I'm gonna start 44 seconds in, right into the first chorus. So
Yep.
Vortex by Embering Effigy.
Oh.
Dude, I'm doing a nasty rib face, man.
You know?
Old school Flash, dude.
Dude.
There you go. Yeah. So this fucking grooves.
Yeah, Bryce
Yeah.
does this fucking groove.
Hell yeah, dude. It's a nasty riff, man.
It is,
It's a nasty riff.
God.
Yeah. It's so clean. Like it's hard to play those riffs.
Yeah.
Like when you think thrash, you think like Metallica, early Megadeth, like the really
Yeah.
like the fast stuff.
Yeah.
But when you have a slower song like that, that's even harder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's even harder to play.
Well, the tendency is to rush
Rush.
past
Yeah.
that 120 beats
Yeah.
per minute, right?
Yeah.
So you got like this slow grind song, and I love that slow grind. Just kind of like
Mm-hmm.
it's like working the body, man. Like,
Yep.
oh, you got to get that. I
Yep,
love it.
yep,
Mhm.
and that's what it is. It's to me, I think it's a perfect marriage of thrash and groove metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got the riffs of the thrash, but you got that groove and
Yeah.
I was gonna say that kind of old school Southern rock.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, it rocks, but you're right. It's not as fast as thrash.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
not as, but it's so hard.
Oh yeah.
it's heavy.
It's
man.
Yeah.
heavy.
So Vortex, what Mike said is that this song is about spiraling into hell. So
Oh.
from the metal thrash, themes of what hell is, there's some connotations there, but I think what Mike said is that they purposely leave it for interpretation.
Yeah.
Everyone's hell's different,
Yeah.
right? Some people's
Yeah.
hell is addiction. Some people
Mhm.
hell's depression.
Yeah.
Some people's hell is being stuck in a very toxic relationship.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Some people's hell is being stuck in a dead end job where they treat them like shit. Like, you can interpret that many ways,
Yeah.
but like, it's not like it happened. There's some spiraling
Mhm.
that happened. There's some activity, right, that goes into that. So this song talks a lot about what drives people.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
very heavy,
Very.
very like I heard Megadeth.
Mm.
Yep.
That's immediately. Like, if you hear some of their other songs, you're gonna hear it. I hear Megadeth.
Yeah.
I mean, they just drive. Like I said, Mike McGrady's on bass. He's the guy who reached out to me, Big Mac. If you're out there, what's up? Jeremy Dunn is guitar and vocals,
Mm-hmm.
and we got Raf Martinez on drums. It's a trio, guys.
It's a
It's just
trio.
three of
Three
them.
people making
Three,
this.
that music,
sound.
yeah, three guys.
Whoa.
I mean, these guys
Crazy.
freaking rock. And from what I understand, their shows are also just as heavy, just as
How many listeners did you say they had? again?
1.1K, 1,000.
Dang, bro.
That's it. Like I said, these guys are awesome. Let me get to this next song. Okay, they have 4 songs, I think, on their first sort of, at least on Spotify. All of them freaking kick ass. All of them are awesome. But I wanted to show off this next one. It's called Rougarou. Rougarou. So, what Mike explained is that he grew up a lot in the Cajun country down there, and so his family's from that particular. And the Rougarou is part of that Cajun folklore. It's like that
Okay.
evil monster. Don't be bad kids, or the Rougarou's gonna get you.
Okay.
I think every culture's got that, right?
Yeah.
So the Rougarou is that evil spirit, that creature that hounds on evil kids, and if you do bad,
El cucuy.
El Cucuy,
Yeah.
the boogeyman, whatever, whatever where you come from. I think every culture has that. So the Rougarou is for that. So they made the song about this creature.
Okay.
But I think it has a lot of other connotations we'll talk into. So
All
this is Rougarou. I want to get into a little bit late, probably in the middle, about a minute 20 in. This is Rougarou by
Okay.
Embering Effigy.
In the depths of the forest, beneath the smoky mist, he waits in anticipation for his sacrificial wish. He dies for the hopes of the weary. He craves the stranded flesh. You smell the intoxication of the wages of the rest. They will find you.
Oh, no.
This is going on the workout playlist, man.
Yeah. I close my eyes, I can see Dave Mustaine singing
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
A bit of there maybe.
Pantera, yeah.
Yeah.
Pantera, yeah. Southern Rock,
Yeah,
right?
Southern Rock. I'm gonna make a declaration here,
Oh.
guys. The metal coming out of the Bible Belt. Oof.
Very
Holy
good.
Kamikaze Zombie, Lockjaw.
Lockjaw.
These guys.
Yeah.
Holy. It's like
Oh.
what they're doing with punk in Australia.
Yeah.
Woo.
Coming up, yep. So, was it Brian?
Yep. Crowbar.
Crowbar, there you go.
Ooh.
Louisiana
Oh.
always cranks out the slow, heavy, good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I think they call it sludge, if I
Sludge.
remember
Yeah,
correctly.
there you go. I like
Yeah.
that. Sludge.
Yeah, and I love kind of like that grinding tension in the music.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
So like Rougarou, man, I don't know if you heard it, but the lyrics is like, they will always find you, they will
Mhm.
always mesmerize you.
Yep.
To me, like, who hasn't? We talk about the it feeling,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? That it feeling. We don't know what it is. You don't know how to describe it, but you know what that it feeling is. To me, that's what this describes. Always there. It's always there to kind of mesmerize you, to try to like distract you. A lot of people's it's addiction.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's another big misconception is like, people who recover and say like, oh, I'm 2 years sober. Doesn't mean the addiction's gone away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean that you've conquered it. It's always there. And I think this reminds me, the Rougarou is always there to get you,
Yep.
right? The drugs are always there to get you. The alcohol is always there to get you. Whatever your it is, it's always there. And it's always going to stay there. So this is like almost, to me, at least a cautionary tale of like, like don't slack off, man. Like don't
Exactly.
keep your eye off the ball. Like that's where therapy or important relationships have been had. Ruguru's gonna be there. He's gonna get
Yeah.
you. He's gonna get you. So, like it's just a good reminder. At least how I interpret it. So
Yeah.
another thing we talk about authenticity. What Mike talked about was his own battles with depression and anxiety. So a lot you can hear it come out in the music. Their guitarist Jeremy is a veteran, so thank you for your service, Jeremy.
Thank you.
But also dealing with PT.
Oh, yeah.
You've gone through as a veteran. So it is definitely raw. It's heavy. I heard a little Black Sabbath in there. What did you guys think? I heard
You know
I heard
what?
Yeah.
There's some classic
There's
kind
some,
of.
I
Yeah.
heard Black
Yeah.
Sabbath, man, the slow stuff. Just the lingering riff. Just let that power chord roll, you know? But man, they have some other stuff. I think Scarring Red, I think is the other song. That one's thrash. That one's just straight up.
Yeah.
That one's so good. And Bring Effigy. Give them a follow today. These guys deserve to have a
Yeah.
lot more listens.
Yes,
They're
do.
Oh, yeah.
insane.
Holy shit, these guys are. So those are your winning band of the week.
Ooh.
Embering Effigy
Gee.
and Kamikaze Zombie, both of those.
Ooh. Yeah.
If I'm just saying, Clint, make it happen, man. Bring Effigy over to this side of Texas. Just saying. Just saying.
You'll have 3 fans here.
Yeah.
Well,
you
four,
got
well,
Front row.
people.
four. You got four.
You got
Four
4 fans.
For at least 4 people in your audience.
We'll start a
right?
mosh pit. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll just stretches.
I'll work. Just give us a little time so I can work out a little bit.
Yeah. Need to do cardio.
Guys, some cardio. Yeah.
Cardio. That's the key.
Cardio is the key. All right. So, did the best for last. I
Okay.
guess.
Okay, let's see it.
Oh.
All right, guys. So, I did something a little different this week.
Okay. Okay.
And before I get into it, I want to just kind of share with you the lengths that I went to do my research here.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna go with an artist that leans more towards hip hop.
Okay.
I like it.
There's
But
a lot of linkage. Fucking hip.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of, and this is exactly where I'm going with it.
Okay.
I am not going to talk about hip hop as an
Okay.
Not my culture. Didn't grow up in that culture, but I love the.
Yeah.
I think all of us here can, at some level, appreciate hip hop.
I agree. I agree.
This artist reached out to us, shared a little bit of their music with us, and at first I was like, okay, how do we make this work? I was like, I have to figure out. I gotta find someone in the hip hop community that, first off, tell me if this artist is actually good.
I couldn't tell you who's good or not. That's not. Yeah. So
I mean, I
see.
got my taste.
Yeah,
but that
exactly.
wasn't my
Like I
taste.
said, I like what I like.
Yeah.
Yes.
I reached out to a friend of mine who's also kind of an amateur hip hop artist. I asked him, will you just take a listen? And responds to me, said, this dude's great. And the production on point.
Insane.
And he said the things that he talks about are real things. Like,
Okay.
he's not talking about something. He said the authenticity is there. Like, boom.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So now, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, we talk about rock music and we talk about metal a lot.
Yeah.
Talk about the stuff I like, the stuff
Yeah.
he likes. Never really done hip hop before, but this artist that I'm about to introduce also loves a band that we love, Linkin Park.
Oh hell yeah.
And Linkin Park,
Yeah. You got
Mike
Mike.
Shirota,
Yeah. Does all the rapping. and
does the
stuff.
rapping,
Yeah.
right? And I got to thinking, Beastie Boys
Yeah.
with Sabotage,
Sabotage.
punk-
punk,
punk song,
punk
right?
song. Yeah.
And these dudes put out hip hop music.
Yeah.
That's true.
And a lot of new metal has that. Chino Moreno from Deftones will rap every once in a while.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit, Korn. I mean, these guys.
There's some
There's
rap elements,
elements
yeah.
of hip hop
There
that go
is.
into
There
there.
is.
There's a
Very true.
huge overlap, and this is what I'm here to discuss: is that overlap between hip hop and
Yeah.
rock music, but most importantly, the themes in the.
Yep.
So, at the risk of sounding like we're trying to appropriate this conversation, very important conversation for not just men in our community,
Yeah.
but in the hip hop community, those
Mhm.
coming up in the, I mean, heartbreaking stuff. Some of these kids have to.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
I could never. It's just like how we talk about with women. Like we would never be able to speak
No.
about
No.
what women or what these young kids growing up come from, but it's still music and there's still
Yeah.
themes in here. So I'll explain in a little bit, but my artist is Ace Wave. He's actually
Ace
joining us
Wave!
here.
Ace Wave.
Ace
Yeah.
Wave, longtime fan of the show.
Yeah, and great, just
Yeah.
really good. And what's funny, I found myself trying to pick a couple songs, and I couldn't because they're
Ooh.
all really great.
Okay.
So I picked the ones that I connected with, at least as on a man-to-man level. Like
Yeah.
I've been here,
Yeah.
I've done that. First I'm gonna go through is a song that he actually shared with us, a December memoir. We're going to start from the beginning.
All right.
Swave, yes.
Yep. So here we go.
A bit like Linkin Park.
Yeah. So
It's 40 degrees, 1,000 miles from my comfort. Just
Yeah, it does sound like Linkin Park.
yeah, got the Linkin Park track, and then
just
this.
what it seems is what it's not, and I start to think if you had me right now, this wouldn't have to be. You're far away from what you love. I know it hurts to see. Can I blame it on me? Yeah, I'll blame it on me.
Yeah. So from what I take about it's like this bad relationship. It gets into a little bit further in the song, kind of like this bad toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And talking about time to cut it. So I'll blame it on me.
Yeah.
And this is the first song I heard, and I was like,
Good.
so we got the email. I opened the thing and I
Yeah.
listened to it, and I got up and immediately came to over here in the office, and you guys were listening to it too.
Yeah.
And we were all just kind of looking at each other like,
who's this?
this is really fucking good.
Yeah. Who's this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like from this, I could tell like a December memoir for me, is like I'm divorced, and having, to share a long distance relationship with my kids. Come for Christmas and then gotta send them back, and then that ride
December.
back is like
Oh.
December. Oh.
just
Oh.
like having your heart ripped out right around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And man, when he said, I'll blame myself, that's all. Like you guys saw that
yeah.
too, how much I blame myself
Yeah.
for
You
everything.
did. You did.
And then we go back to those demons, right?
Yep.
What was the first thing I would do, guys?
Drink.
Yep, I would drink myself
Crack one
asleep
open. Yep.
for a week or two, and wallow my sorrows. And man,
Yep.
I heard that and I was like, this guy gets it. Like,
Insane.
Dang.
so, yeah,
Wow.
it's rough.
I gotta say the track itself is like it
Yeah.
has a lot of Linkin Park, has a lot of
There's
those
a lot of
things.
Linkin Park. Ace, you mentioned earlier 21 Pilots. That
Oh, there you
production,
go.
I heard
Yeah.
a good amount of
Yep.
21
There you
Pilots.
go. Yeah, those licks are clean, man.
Yep, absolutely. So, the next song we got is "If Only It Was the Cure."
Oh, Brian's Plus said Beastie Boys started off as a hardcore band.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
They were BC Bee Gees, right? Or
Yep.
something like
Something
that.
like that.
Mhm.
They started out a hardcore punk band, and then they said, "Hey, little hip hop." And I think Sabotage is one of those that you kind of see that transition from, punk. It actually came on in a later album. They
Yeah.
had the one before that.
Well, and then of course you had like the Aerosmith, Run DMC,
Mhm.
Lab. Like that was cool. That was
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of connections. Fucking hip hop.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
So,
So,
only it
If
will-
only it was a cure.
If only it was a cure.
We'll start in 30 seconds, but you guys are gonna notice a theme here.
Okay.
Wet roads, I drive slow. Headlights glow on the window. I'm right here, but I'm not alone. So many thoughts riding with me like a carpool. And they're repeating like an encore. They're rewinding right back, now I fast back forward. My phone's in my lap with my passports. Peace was all I ever asked for. I'm needing what we can't form. I'm better off cutting losses than to wage war. You admitted what you came for, to be an example of the person I'm not made for. I guess that's why we changed course. You gave me every reason that I need to move forward. I guess that's why we're no more. My reasons were my open door.
sitting in your car, but you're not alone. So like kind of alone with your thoughts. Again, that whole December thing, coming back from dropping all my kids, that torture over and over, and you're thinking about like the toxicity. Man, I was like,
dang, all that shit.
Yeah.
it's like getting my heart ripped out. Just remembering that feeling hurts.
Well,
Mm.
well, you said peace is all I want. Like, I think a lot of us, that's what we're striving for. Not
exactly
fame, not fortune, not success, just peace, man. Just
exactly.
peace.
Well, just to be able to sit by yourself in the quiet, like just to be able to enjoy quiet without these thoughts intruding, all the things you screwed
shit.
up, all the mistakes you made, the regrets that you might not even really have, kind of nag at you.
Anyone going with
it's-
ADHD can really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can have a minute of my brain shutting the fuck up.
Yeah.
Ace Wave says, "Thanks so much for that review, you guys, and the personal story in relation to it. That was very powerful, and that's exactly why I wrote it."
Yeah,
Right,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate authentic music, and
Yeah.
we're bringing up authenticity a lot.
Yeah.
Singing about things that you can relate to and you lived is one of those things, all art, that is important.
Yeah.
And inauthenticity is really what aggravates this music. You know, we're a metal channel. We talk about rock. Here we have this artist that crossed. So
Yeah.
on Spotify, Ace Wave has 42 monthly listeners, which is
42?
42,
Ace Wave.
like
That's
less,
it?
less than 50, yeah, which
Holy
is
shit.
insane.
We're gonna get that
Um,
out.
My friend, the one that
I'm gonna do that right now.
I asked was like, where did you find this guy? And I had to finally admit I have a podcast, like every middle-aged guy, and he's like, dude, this is cool. Like, you know, you're really looking at after the artists or these upcoming artists.
Hey, so you got 43 now.
There we go. But Ace Wave, you can correct me if I'm wrong about any of this stuff. From Florida. You've been perfecting your craft for quite some time. Opened your own studio, I believe, at your own house, and
Ooh,
you
that's
worked with
sick.
a lot of other like-minded artists. So Spotify does little justice to audio work. If you wanted to go and listen to just even more awesome work on YouTube, he does because reimagines of other artists, just great work. He has one from Slave, I believe, like a stone.
Dang. Okay.
Paramore, Last Hope, which
Hey, your Paramore.
holy fucking shit. So think about a remastered, produced track with Haley Williams singing, and a little interlude with our friend Ace Wave in between. Man,
Okay.
but for me, it was the new metal. So a German producer by the name of 97 puts out these metal tracks.
Yeah.
And I have got to say,
wow,
great, just great stuff.
Insane.
And we listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
We put a lot of work into making sure that we are authentic in our relation to this. And what I do want to say is there's a lot of need in the hip hop.
Yeah,
There's a lot of need in the urban community, the Black community, especially with. I want to challenge you guys out there. If you're a content creator in the hip hop space, want to talk about mental health, hit us up.
There you go.
Yeah.
This
There it
is a
Ooh.
conversation for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
There are things in the hip hop community, in the urban communities that happen that don't happen.
Yeah. That
we can't talk about it because we haven't lived it. It would be inauthentic of us to do that. I want to challenge somebody from the hip hop community to come meet with us and let's talk about how we can bring our message, the health promotion, to your community.
Yeah.
Could we bring a rap mental?
Rap mental?
Hip-hop
Rap
mental?
mental, hip hop mental. That would be
Hip-hop
pretty cool.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. So as a partner,
Okay.
not a subsidiary or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Somebody that is wanting to get this message out to the hip hop community. I make myself available to.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Ace,
Absolutely.
I just major props, Ace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those lyrics, they're powerful. Man.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
I not gonna call myself a expert, but I
Mhm.
do love our art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love some of these artists, and sometimes we said I say I'm the emo kid here, but
Mhm.
this is some of these songs.
Yeah.
I, yeah, that last song, it was hitting me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It re-
sure.
and it really reminded me of a few artists that I really like, that are
Mhm.
really honest.
Yeah.
I mean, keep it up. Keep it
Oh,
up.
yeah.
'Cause
Oh, yeah.
that is amazing.
Oh yeah.
It is. It is absolutely. And like I said, this is part of the mosh pit mentality, man.
That's right.
We got to pull up some people in the hip hop community to share this message.
Right.
And like I said, I'll make myself available not to deliver the message, to help you deliver. the
Right.
message.
Right.
All right.
Cool. Let us know. I know. Thanks, Ace, for joining us. What did it say? Okay, Brian.
Yeah, music is such a crazy way to express your inner.
Hell
voice.
yeah. Brian Plus.
Absolutely.
That's right, Brian Plus. I mean, that's why we're here.
Yeah, even directly or metaphorically, like intercept
Yeah.
Yeah.
is shush little baby, don't say a word.
Yeah.
It's not talking about a little.
No,
Like-
no,
Probably talking a little bit about him.
probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's there's a lot going on in music, and it's not exclusive to rock. I know we're a rock podcast,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but mental health is such a huge thing in all forms
Oh,
of
yeah.
art, not just music, in art and literature and culture. Like, there's a lot of suffering that occurs that goes into these masterpieces,
Oh,
Yeah.
and that is kind of why we're here to talk about it, because we want a community of people that enjoy music, enjoy art, to use it as a catalyst to improve their mental health.
Yes.
And there's a lot of artists already in the hip hop community talking about mental.
Yeah.
Nori from one of those podcasts, great
Yeah.
artist,
Yeah.
talks about mental health. Cat Williams brought up
That's
Kanye
right.
West,
That's
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
saying, "Okay, why are we encouraging this? Why don't we get him
Yeah.
help?
He
Yes.
obviously
That
needs help.
he quite obviously needs." And they're talking about it, so let's do something about
Yeah.
it. Let's
Yeah.
get the message.
Exactly. Well, and what pisses me off about the whole Kanye West situation is like, oh, he has bipolar. No
Well,
wonder. Well,
It's a joke.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're making it as a joke, B, an excuse for really shitty behavior,
Yeah,
and C, they're just further stigmatizing
exactly.
the disorder.
Well, instead of seeing him as a meme, why don't we see him as another human, a
Exactly.
father, a
Exactly.
spouse? He needs help just like we do.
Yeah.
And a lot of artists are out there talking about it now, how their mental health suffered
Oh yeah.
because of things like the Diddy stuff and
Mhm.
just a lot of the victimization that
Oh,
happens
100%.
in that space that nobody.
Exactly.
So it's time. I think it's time. And like I said, not our problem to talk about. It's not anything that we've gone through, that we've experienced, but it's time. Let's get some partnerships out there to
Alright.
talk about.
That's right. So let us know. Hit us up. I think this is the first for Rock Mental. We've featured artists that reached out to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yes.
crazy.
So they're amazing. Ace Wave, Embering Effigy, you guys
Yep.
kick ass. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll help you as much as we can to get your name out there because you deserve it. And please, if you have a band, if you're an artist and you want us to take a listen, go to rockmental.com. On the bottom, you'll see a contact us page. Fill it out. Send us your Spotify link. Send us your SoundCloud, whatever, wherever you have your music, your Bandcamp. We'll take a listen. We'll get back to you,
Mhm.
and maybe you'll be the next featured on Rock Mental.
Yes.
Hey, Brian Plus Music just followed us on Instagram.
Hell
Thank you so
yeah.
much.
Yeah,
Alright.
thanks, Brian.
Appreciate
Brian.
you.
Cool. So let us know what you think. Obviously Ace Wave is biased, so but it's awesome.
I gotta say,
We got some good bands this
We
week.
got some
I
good
got-
ones this week. This is a tough one.
I'd pick Ace Wave.
Oh,
Hey,
Ace.
Hey, that was
No
great.
offense to Ace Wave or Florentines, but I gotta go with Embering Effigy.
Oh, hell yeah.
You too, Ace Wave. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Ace. I gotta say, I think this week we got all three of
brought-
us nailed it.
Yeah.
Yes, we
We-
brought in the.
We're actually getting a pretty.
Are we good at our jobs?
I'm gonna say not bad.
We're getting
We're
there.
not bad
Not
at
bad.
our jobs.
I'm getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better.
All right, I just want to say
Alright.
thank you to everyone for joining the stream. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you guys, Ace Wave, Baines, and Brian Plus for commenting and everything. Even if you don't want to comment, just thank you so much for supporting us and watching us. We just want to get our message out there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to tell a friend. We do want to build our community as big as possible. So,
All right.
Yep.
Oh, wait. What did Bane say? Can someone read that?
yeah,
Oh.
Photos for Chaotic.
I think we're getting into like a matter of taste. So the metalheads are gonna lean into the
Uh,
metalheads, kind of.
I just know my audience.
I do
Ooh,
like. I do
okay.
like.
I know what my base likes.
Okay. You're playing politics over here. All right.
Cool. Don't worry.
Audience,
Show's
I'm
not
gonna
over,
challenge
guys.
you.
Show's not over. We still got
Show's
some
not-
stuff.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, we got our
guys.
discussion.
We got all right, guys. So we have a fun game for you guys. You know, we talk about everything that we listen to, all the research we do, but let's bring up, maybe what our first loves were, what
It's
our,
time to-
what influenced us, what got us to certain tastes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as a fun game, talk about albums.
Yes.
Let's have a game about
Ooh,
albums.
Full albums. We talk about songs a lot, but not necessarily full
Full
albums.
albums.
Okay.
Full albums. Let's talk about full albums.
I guess we can call this game album superlatives.
Album superlatives.
But yeah, the way we'll go is figured here ask some questions
Yes.
about albums, and we'll go around the table and answer them. And,
Yeah.
and see
Ooh, this should be interesting.
see how things get.
I think we're going to reveal a lot about ourselves.
All right. Here we go.
All right. First, we'll go with the first album superlative. What is your guys' favorite albums?
Ooh.
Favorite albums?
Like album
Favorite
of all time?
album. Like, what is your favorite album? Yeah.
Ooh.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Oh.
Ah,
my
you can't
God.
do that to me.
You're killing me. I have at least 30.
At least 30.
At least 30.
favorite?
Right now, I'm going from 10 to at least 5.
Okay. I'll go first. I'm going to say favorite album, not only because of music, but because of the impact it had on my life. Master of Puppets Metallica.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
You know, I mean, every song just kicks ass. That I wrote a blog about the thing that should not be, about
Yeah.
how it helped me identify my it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that one, I mean, think of a pissed off teenager that thought the whole world was against them,
Yeah.
right? Could have done a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Could have joined a gang. Could have gone to alcohol, but no,
Hmm.
I had fucking Metallica.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
Ace
Master
Wave
Puppets.
said Linkin Park's Meteora was the first album that changes his life, and it was always going to be his favorite album.
Meteor. Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta
it's a great
say
album.
that's
Meteora by Linkin Park
yeah,
is top
that's a
tier.
good one.
You know what? I had that CD in my car. I'm gonna date myself a little bit. I replaced the tape deck to install a CD player. And
Just-
Linkin Park was one of the first CDs that I
Okay.
actually owned. Yeah,
Was that the Black Honda?
it was the Black Honda. Had a little bit of a frame problem. Kind of
It shook?
leaned. Yeah, shook a little bit. Oh
You
shit.
want to go next?
My favorite album of all time. The first one that comes to mind is White Pony by Deftones.
Yeah.
And I think-
okay.
Up there for me.
That for me is when Deftones became Deftones. Like
Mm.
we had some flashes like in Around the Fur with Far was it Drive Far or
Far
Yeah.
away.
Far Away?
There you go.
Be Quiet and Drive.
Be
Be
Quiet
Quiet and
Drive.
Drive. Hey, we
Be
got
Quiet
that.
Drive.
I'm
Come
a-
on, bro. That's the first
I'm a-
song they open up with.
I'm a huge fan. And
Knife Party, Digital Bath,
Night Party, RX
X
Queen,
Queen,
Fetisheria,
Korea.
Korea. In my opinion, the best song Deftones ever made, Knife Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is probably
So
the
good.
most Deftones, the Deftones have ever sounded.
My band in high school covered Back to School. That was
Oh,
a fun
yeah.
one.
That one's really
That,
good
that
too.
one's a
That's
good
one.
one too.
Ding, ding. Big bass.
Yeah,
Good. There.
that.
That's a good album.
That is-
That's
A great pick.
But for me, it just kind of was everywhere emotionally.
it was.
He's screaming, and then teenager, he's just
Ooh,
like whiny,
yeah.
shoegazy. And then you get to Knife Party, where he's just talking about some weird shit. And then
Get your knife.
Digital Bath, he's like drowning someone or electrocuting someone in
Yeah.
his song. And then at the very end, Pink Maggot, and you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Uh-oh.
And you're like,
Guys,
where the fuck is
Ace
that
Wave
coming
has
from?
never listened to White Pony.
What?
Dude.
I have
White
2
Pony.
copies, bro.
CD
We'll
and vinyl.
send you
yeah,
one.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
CD and vinyl.
Dude.
Yes.
It's-
Honestly, it's gonna change your life. Like
Yeah.
right now, I think you could click away and listen
Yeah.
to White Pony right now. We'd be totally
We
okay.
will not blame you.
I will not blame you. But in my opinion, two of my favorite 3 Deftones songs come out of White Pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an exhausting record to listen to, but it's just so good.
It's amazing.
So good.
Oh,
So Brian Plus goes Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah, As Daylight
Okay.
Dies by Killswitch Engage, or Look My Way by Madball.
Ooh.
Killswitch Engage
Kill Switch
is significantly underrated.
They
Yeah.
are. Oh, 100%.
It's actually
no.
crazy that somebody would bring that up as our favorite too.
Mm.
Dude, back in the day when I was in the army kicking
Yeah.
indoors to get ready,
Kill Switch-
Yeah.
Killswitch Engage, man.
To get hyped up real quick.
Well, I mean, they I think they pioneered or brought metalcore,
Oh yeah.
you know, into like holy shit. Because I mean,
Ahead
now,
of their time.
very ahead of their
Yeah.
time. And now you have all these metalcore bands doing awesome stuff. They owe it a lot. Pay homage to Kill Switch Engage.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
definitely. I want to say Clint Spain said something about Killswitch.
He
did.
Yeah, he did.
I believe he did.
Go catch that episode.
What
What's your favorite?
about
My
you,
turn.
Groupie?
no. Trying to trim down the list. White Pony was up there.
Yeah.
So I'll takes it off. Thank you. I keep coming down to 2 albums that one, because the first time I got around to them I was so young.
Mhm.
And so obviously they're the ones that I've put on repeat for most of my life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is This It by The Strokes?
Oh,
Yes.
that's a good one. Yo.
Ooh, Okay.
And-
Okay.
Or Kid A by
Kid A
Radiohead.
by
Okay.
Is This It is a great
That's
Yeah.
a good
Is
album.
This
That's a
It
good
is
album.
Amazing
Yeah.
album. Barely Legal is
Yeah.
one of
Mhm.
oh
Is
that's-
This It? The
oh.
song is also really good too.
Which one?
Is This It? The
Is This
song?
It? Yeah,
Is
the
it
song, yeah.
Yeah. Someday.
Some yeah, it has Someday, it has Last Night, it
Last
has all the
Night.
popular ones.
It's the quintessential Strokes sound.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean,
the Strokes were supposed to sound like.
it's their first album.
Mm-hmm.
Alone Together.
Mhm.
If you guys want to hear, I wouldn't say they. I mean, Strokes aren't emo, but best attempt to be an emo. Oh, that's first impressions.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but yeah, I'd probably go with This Is It. I mean, I mean, we're gonna go through more albums in these
Yeah.
questions. So for now, I'll say I'll pick Is This It just because I know it's probably the one I've listened to the
Yeah.
most.
Mhm.
Jose Rios says American Idiot holds a special place in my life, especially coming from rock opera, School of the Wall, Sgt. Pepper, etc. So hearing the modern version of that was super world opening.
Oh
That is-
yeah. American
Okay.
Idiot is very underrated
Yeah.
as well. People go back to Dookie as their best album.
Mhm.
I don't. American Idiot.
Dookie is one of my top albums, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
I gotta
Dookie's
say,
one
I
of
like
my-
Dookie.
That was one of the ones that I have up there.
I want to say American Idiot is kind of like them growing up a little bit.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I-
So Billy Joe had a bit
Oh,
of a
it
drug
looks like-
problem for a little while, and then
Yeah.
got a little clean, and then American Idiot came out.
I
and-
can't argue with you, Mr. Rios, because I was in high school with you. Jamming out. I'm not a big fan of American Idiot, the song. I'm sorry, I'm not.
It does get pretty overplayed.
But that being said, how many times did we jam out to G?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
true.
my god. 9-minute song, and I'll listen to it in its entirety
Mhm.
and put it on repeat.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna do a May the 4th Star Wars reference. When when the anticipation for American Idiot was coming out, it's like, okay, finally, Green Day's coming back. We had to deal with Good Charlotte.
Yeah.
We had to deal with like all those stupid bands, and like, oh my god, okay, finally. And then American Idiot comes on, and we're like, the fuck is this? I was just like, no, You were supposed to defeat Good Charlotte, not join them. What the hell? The eyeliner, like,
They
no,
Okay.
no.
So the eyeliner thing, I think, is misunderstood. That's a punk thing from even before.
Okay,
Yeah.
granted, but
yeah,
uh,
that's like
I
social distortion era punk rock.
I was hurt by that.
Yeah.
I felt personally attacked.
And I feel weird for actually liking the record.
No,
All
I
right. We're gonna move
Green Day's
on.
one of my favorite bands,
Yeah.
but besides American Idiot, I have so much love for a lot of their other work that I never just come back to American Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna move on to the next one. Talking about, we'll go with least favorite albums. The opposite.
Least
Just to see.
favorite,
Like least favorite
yeah.
album, or
Like
least
that
favorite
we-
album that we've owned.
that
Yeah.
we-
Least favorite album that you owned.
Oh,
Like the one that you just like
own.
you never
Oh.
listened to, and that
Oh, I
you.
know. Yeah.
Oh, Groupie's
Oh,
got his already.
I can go
go,
first.
go for it.
I this past year I got the latest Taking Back Sunday album.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not
No,
good?
No. I love Taking Back Sunday, but
good.
no.
no.
No good.
No
No
good.
good.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's in the back of my
got-
rotation.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough. I got to go back to high school on this one. I bought Taproot.
Ooh.
Remember that song Poem? This song is a poem to myself. It was a decent song. And then I bought the whole album. That was the only decent song. And I didn't know this, but that was like Taproot's like third album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not the only one. Like it was not. It didn't do much.
Yeah.
Outside of that song, they had another single they put out. It wasn't very good. Yeah, Taproot.
Yeah.
Taproot.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Rosarios says the song itself is the worst on the album and still good, lol. But what's her name is the ultimate feeling nostalgia panty dropper.
Like what's it?
Pretty good. What about you, Mr. Mayhem?
Least favorite album that you own.
It's by Coal Chamber, and it was Dark Days, I believe.
Dark
The one
Days?
with the black cover on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I actually didn't buy it. I think I might have stolen it
Oh,
from one
jeez.
of my friends, and I gave it back.
That's how bad it
You
was.
can have this
So-
back.
I will say, the stuff before that was actually okay. It was good.
Cold Chamber.
Coal Chamber,
Me and my buddy Marty jammed Cold Chamber a bunch, man.
Yeah.
but that album kind of ruined me on Coal Chamber for some reason. It's not.
It's like when you go to a restaurant and you have something bad and you're like, I'm
Yeah,
coming back as often.
but I listened to it several times, and I still just could not
Yeah.
get into it for whatever reason.
Or is it more like you went to a restaurant, had a burger, really liked that burger, went back again? But
Yeah.
I think
They
it
changed
was,
the cheese.
I think it was. I saw my friend enjoying the burger, and I was like, "That burger looks good. Let me try it."
It's
And I
just
tried. I was like,
sand.
"No,
No,
this
it's not.
burger's shit."
Cold Chamber,
They
Cold
have-
Chamber, they have a very acquired taste.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think
And I liked it.
I liked some of their other stuff. It was just that record didn't for me, I guess.
I liked Ice Cream Truck.
All
What about
right,
you
we're gonna
guys?
move on. We're gonna go to
Oh, Sleep
Token.
Oh! We had a whole thing on Sleep Token
Yeah,
last
we did have a
episode,
lot.
bro.
Bring
The
up
whole
Sleep
thing.
Token.
Eesh.
we talked about them last stream, right? About them being
Yeah.
overrated.
Like they're not my cup of tea. I mean, they're not bad. They're not bad.
No.
They
They're not
have
bad.
some-
I will say they're not bad.
Great song. Sleep Token has some great songs. Do I have their albums?
I don't
Yeah.
know that one.
Nah.
So I think we talked about, are they a gimmick though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
Is
whole
it
mask and
is it the
everything?
mask and the kind of mystery
Yeah.
that people are attracted to, or is it the actual music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Plus, says he sees a talent.
He
Yeah.
sees like the
I-
potential, I
see it.
guess.
I see it. Yeah.
And the whole, like, there's rumors of like who the lead singer is. It's like Hosier or whatever that guy.
Yeah.
He does sound like Hosier.
It
He
does kinda
does.
Here, he
And
does
like,
sound like him.
I get it, but who cares? Like,
Yeah.
they have some good stuff. I'm just not a fan of Ev.
Mm.
Like their newer stuff's actually interesting because it seems more softer than what we wanted. I guess a lot
Yeah.
of people wanted. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go to unskippable.
Yeah, we'll go. unskippable albums. So an album that you can listen to where no matter what, you can listen to every single song back to
Oh,
back to
dude, there's
back
so many.
I got
every
it.
single time.
I got
I've
mine.
got I've got mine as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
figure.
You,
Yeah.
you go figure. You go
All
figure.
right, mine is called Nuisance by a band called Babe Haven.
Ooh,
This-
baby.
Hey,
that's a good
baby.
one.
Okay.
They're kind of smaller, but they're an all-female band. Every single song on that album hits so hard, and all of their lyrics are really good too. It's more Riot Girl, so I can't speak on most of the lyrics, but they're still really good. And their
Yeah.
sound, I showed Chaotic one of their songs. It sounds like a song that Metallica would come out with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like insane.
100%.
The
They-
riffs are crazy.
Very
Their
good.
lyrics,
Very
yeah.
clean. They're really good. Really good.
insane. All right, you guys have your
man.
unskippable.
I got
album?
mine.
All right,
The Used.
the used.
Ooh.
The first
Yeah.
debut album.
Yeah.
The Used.
Like the
Every
heart
single
little news thing.
yeah, with the
Yeah.
no, that was the second one. The first one was the one with the mask.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
First one
Okay.
with the mask. I mean,
Is that
that's
Taste of
Box,
Ink?
Taste of Ink,
Yeah.
Box of Sharp Objects,
Yeah.
Yellow, Blue and
That's a good
was it Yellow and
album,
Blue?
dude. That is a good album.
Every single one. I can't name all of it, but I remember. I think right out of high school or in college somewhere. I had that CD. I tore that CD up. Every single song banged. It was so good, and man, yeah, I tore that CD up all the way through.
Oh, dude, the first time I heard the Taste of Ink, I was like, why is that guy happy and sad at the same
Yeah,
time?
right. 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Yeah,
And he's,
yeah.
I mean, dude's been through some stuff, but
Yeah.
his music is just so authentically
yeah.
Oh,
good.
good.
Yeah.
And The Bird and the Worm is weird,
Yeah.
but still really good.
Yeah.
And like, even their experimental stuff, they're like, good.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Box of Sharp Objects is the one that got me because it was like I think it's the first track, right? And it was like
no, it's 7, so it'd be the first on the other side.
first and second. Okay, but yeah, still it was like wow, like
Yeah.
okay, it was just different. It was so because like
Mm.
it was emo, but like not really,
Mhm.
and like it the drummers
Yeah.
going nuts, and there's just I don't know, like that album for me was just
Mhm.
front to back all the way through.
All right, Bane's Menace says almost any No FX and Bad Religion album for me. I agree with Bad
Ooh,
Religion.
No effects.
I like-
Okay.
I like
haven't
Bad
listened to
Religion.
NoFX and- Thank you. You know what I'm going to be listening to this week.
It's very good.
No
I
effects.
got Linoleum stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, on Bad Religion too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad Religion's very
Yeah,
underrated.
I love
very-
Bad
yeah.
Religion.
Yeah.
That's-
Unskippable. Okay. I have so many unskippable albums.
I'm trying to go through some.
I was gonna. Is this it? Is
I guess you
one.
could give. I guess you could give a
obviously,
couple.
This is one. I don't want to go Kid A because I just mentioned Kid A too.
Yeah.
I can go with one that I've done more recently, these past few years.
Mhm.
Jamie by not Alabama Shakes, Brittany Howard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie by Brittany Howard.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll listen to
Yeah.
that. It's always the song "Stay High" that hooks me in,
Mm-hmm.
but I can just listen to that whole album constantly at work, working out,
Yeah.
driving.
Brian
So change it up there. So
Mm.
yeah, Jamie by Brittany Howard, an
All right.
amazing album.
plus music says Far Beyond Driven.
Beyond
Okay.
Driven.
Okay. So I can't narrow it down. I have so many. Okay. I have 4.
Okay.
2 are hip hop and 2 are rock. The 2
Mm.
hip hop ones are gonna be 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang
Yeah.
Yes.
and The Score by Fugees.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I remember that.
Two
one.
of the
That's-
best rap albums
Oh.
That's
ever.
know
a
that
crazy.
one.
That's
Oh,
a crazy
ever.
pull.
And for rock, I'm gonna go a little obscure here. Hot Hot Heat Elevator.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Hot Hot Heat.
It's the whole album's great.
Yeah.
It's just nobody knows it. And Francis Amu by the Mars
Yeah,
Volta.
that
that
one's
is a great.
Oof.
That is a great.
I mean, you
can't
can't really
yeah.
skip an album when it's all just one big song.
All right, you sound like Mini May.
Jose Rios says Mesmerize and Hypnotize. Those are really two
Yeah.
good ones.
Oh,
That's
slow
true.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what's it? Toxicity. That one. I don't think
yeah.
a single song could be skipped on that one either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Mr.
one.
Rios.
Oh,
Yeah.
just slow down. There you go.
Yes.
There you
All
go.
right.
All right, we're
Album
gonna
you should just
go.
go back to.
Yeah, album you always go back to. So
Oh,
say you're on your music journey, you're trying to find new music, but then you decide, hey, I need to take a break for the week, and then the album you just go always always
okay.
go
That
back
was me
to.
this week. Yeah.
I was about to say, for us, I know we try to do a lot of research. We try to find a. Sometimes I have to cleanse my palate.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
He's gotta
Yeah.
go
Cleanse
back
my
to
palate
the,
and go back to like what I
go
know
back to
I
the
enjoy.
basics.
Huh?
Go back to the basics.
Go back
Like
to the
the basics.
basics.
There you go.
Yes, yes.
Go back home.
Go back home. Please go
some
back.
stuff.
I had a Smashing Pumpkins kind of week.
Oh,
Yeah.
I put like 3 songs on the playlist from Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say mine are gonna be Siamese Dreams / Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Whenever I'm just having a don't know what to listen to, those are my 2
Yeah.
go-to albums.
I think mine for me personally is I forget what it was called. The Tame Impala one with the purple one.
Oh,
Oh,
Currents.
Currents,
yes.
that's what it's called. I
Yeah.
don't know why I was blanking. But yeah, that's the one I always go back to.
Cleanse the palate. Go back to the basics. Give me shit if you want to, but Blue Album, Weezer.
Weezer by
Yep.
Blue.
That'd be on my
That
list.
was-
That'd be on my list.
That
Yeah.
was actually one of my unskippable albums.
Okay.
Yeah, it
But
is. It really is.
All the shit I talked about on my I feel it was proper.
in the garage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just from the very beginning to the very end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like Only in Dreams is probably their most underrated
Yeah,
song.
100%.
That song
100%.
in the squishy spot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
She's the marrow in your bone. Holy
yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
That's some- yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of Dice Spit's Teeth album. I don't think I could skip a single album or a single song on that one as well.
No, that one is
That was
one
insane.
is
That
awesome.
That was good.
That one is good.
Okay, so cleanse the palate. Always go back to.
Yeah.
I think I got 2 also.
Go for it.
All Leader by Korn.
Corn.
That's a good one.
All Leader by Korn. Got the life.
Dude, that changed
Yeah.
rock music.
Yeah.
Like between Follow the Leader and White Pony, that was the soundtrack to my teenage years.
Oh yeah.
That was it. That was it. I was in a really shitty band and we tried doing well, we tried Got the Life. It did not work. It did not work.
Yeah, be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our drummer was able to do it. The rest of us never did.
Yeah, can't keep up.
All Leader. I gotta say Garage Inc.
Garage
Yeah.
Inc, yeah.
Garage Inc. I think that was very formidable time, and it was just like, I mean, not just Whiskey in a Jar and Turn the Page, but like they had Am I Evil? They had songs by Merciful Fate. They had songs by
Mhm.
a bunch of different artists. Electric is one of my favorite ones on there too. That's like home base for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to the next one. We're going to he said Metallica's best album and I'll Die on
You know
My
what? It is up there. I agree with you.
You know what? We need to have like an arguments segment where we have arguments about stuff like this. Like
Own.
This is
this
the hill
album's
I'll
better
die
than
on.
that one. I'm gonna
Okay,
die
I will
on
that-
that.
die on this hill.
You know what? Brian's
gonna-
Plus, join us next time. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, we're gonna
Sounds
do
good.
that.
Yeah.
next game.
The,
Next
the
game.
down that
I will
hill.
die on this
That's
hill.
Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down.
Okay.
We
Guy in
talked
the
about
hill.
my
Yeah.
hill last
Uh-huh.
week.
Yeah, we did.
Into it.
Okay.
All right, the next one is album you're embarrassed that you don't have.
Oh.
So like
Yeah,
an
you-
album that's like you can't be a fan without it.
Oh.
Mine is
Oh.
With
This-
Teeth by 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
I can't
Ooh.
fucking find it anywhere.
well,
And
that
I-
makes sense. That one's a hard one to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want the vinyl, man.
I know mine's not that hard to find. I just keep
Never.
saying I'm gonna get it and I don't get it. And it's one of my top 5 albums that
Yeah.
Random Access Memories.
Oh,
Daft
Yeah.
Punk.
Oh.
That's a tough one.
I listened to that one a lot, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
I mean
Yeah.
streaming services just make it easier though.
Yeah,
It does.
They-
It
So
does.
much
Yeah, it
easier.
does.
Mine-
Time. Oh, go for it. Figure.
Mine personally is the Car Seat Headrest album, the one with the dog on it.
Car seat headrest.
You
Which
guys
one?
know what I'm talking about?
You got to pull it up for us.
Yeah.
Twin Fantasy by Car Seat Headrests.
Okay.
Okay. Looks like Rocco's Modern Life.
Kind of does.
all of my Car Seat Headrest fans will understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If this is confession time,
The hats off for this.
forgive me, Lemmy, for I have sinned.
Oh.
I do not own Ace of Spades.
Oh, I don't either. I'm
I
sorry.
don't either.
I got to go to the record store.
That is
Yeah.
a good one.
I got to go to the record
Okay,
store.
I need to take out a second mortgage for all the records I want to own.
All right. What about you, Mayhem?
Which one? Embarrassed that I don't
That
have?
you
Yeah.
Don't have.
Oh, is With Teeth by Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Destroy the Earth by Earth, or Destroy the
The
Machines by Earth Crisis.
Okay,
yeah.
that's good. Yeah. I
Okay.
also don't have that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
I know we're calling everybody out today.
Yeah,
next?
right.
Oh.
All
All
right.
right, let's go on to the album that you've always wanted that you finally found. So-
Oh.
Ooh, that's easy. Neon Bible by Arcade Fire. How long was I looking for that?
yeah, years.
Years. And finally at one of the small local record
Yeah.
shops
Yeah.
here, I was able to find it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Nice.
used to live in a bigger city with hundreds of record stores, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we'd
Yep.
go to every single one just looking for Arcade Fire. Hey, we're going to this record store today. Look for Arcade Fire for me. If you see it, just grab it no matter what. And I was like, all right. And then we come to one record store here and
Yep.
it just has it for $30.
But to my credit, did I buy it on fucking Amazon?
Heck no.
Fuck
Oh.
no. Hell no. You know why? Because I have standards. it's the principle of the matter.
Yeah, right? Well, that's the whole thing of record store day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Whole point of record store day.
What about you
I'm only
guys?
young.
So, well, album I bought on record store day was Siamese Dream, Smashing Pumpkins.
There we
Yes.
That was one I Mayonnaise is my top Smashing Pumpkin song. That's my favorite
Oh, yeah.
Smashing Pumpkin song. So
Mhm.
that's me. But what I loved is that they reissued with the original cover.
Yeah, the original
Yep.
one, the white
that,
one.
that to me was like,
go. Yeah.
it's good.
With Cherub Rock and Mayonnaise
Oh,
alone
yeah.
on that record
yeah.
makes it worth the buy.
Today,
Brian Plus Music says the original pressed, signed, vulgar display of power. It's in a shadow box. That's actually crazy.
Ooh.
Okay, I kind of need to see a picture of that because that's fire.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah, that's
While you, look,
wow.
while you look for it, I'll give you mine. It's one of my
What was
newer
that?
ones. Because the internet, Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of that?
So many songs that I play, and I finally just decided to get the album.
Did you get it on Record Store Day, Mayhem?
Record store?
What?
The one that you're talking about right now?
Oh, Neon Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I got it
You just
about a few months ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, like you found it. You're like, oh, I need
Oh,
it.
I need it.
It was an on-the-spot buy.
I also saw one that I wanted to get. It was Capadonna the Pillage.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It was $80 for the
Oh.
first press, and I'm like, okay, I want the music. I don't care about the first press.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, you can go down the street and buy it for 30, man. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, I couldn't find it. So, but Capadonna the Pillage is probably the second or third best Tang album,
Mm.
Yeah.
in my
interesting.
opinion.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to the next one. We'll go with the first album that you've ever owned. And actually, we could start with Chaotic because his was pretty recent, right?
First
Or first record, I guess.
You ever own?
first
The
record?
Yeah.
that you bought.
We'll go
like,
with record.
like vinyl record.
Yeah.
Oh, vinyl record. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was very, 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 very much late to the vinyl game. I always wanted one, but just never got around to getting vinyl. I was still rocking my CDs,
Mhm.
you know, listen to all my songs and like, shit,
Yeah.
okay, let me just get it. So yeah, I think the first vinyl that I got was actually gifts from Figured and
Yes.
Batman, and I got Toxicity,
Oh.
Mhm.
yep, and Injustice for All.
Very good
Those-
ones.
those are good
Very good ones
Really
on
good
vinyl.
ones.
Very good ones on vinyl. Yep. So those were my first vinyls that I got. Thank you guys.
Mhm.
Very much needed. I scared my mother-in-law. But it was fine.
Do you remember yours?
So you know, for you guys that don't know, uh, Chaotic is my brother-in-law. So he and my sister bought me a record player. My birthday was, I forget. Yeah, but I remember. I think I already had a record. I just didn't have a record player.
We got you a few.
Yeah, you guys got me 32nd of Mars, Blink
Ooh.
182, and was it Green Day?
I think it was Green Day. No,
Green-
you had Nirvana.
I had Nirvana. Yes,
That's what it was.
Nirvana Unplugged.
Yeah.
That I had that one. I just had that record, but didn't have a record player. So yeah, Nirvana Unplugged. That was my first one.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a good one.
I still remember my first two.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I inherited some, actually stolen. I had like Crosby, there, had some Led Zeppelin in there,
good.
some
Right.
Who, some Pink Floyd. But the first
Did you
record
steal that from my parents?
That's what I was thinking. Where do you get these albums
We're
from?
gonna get a call right now.
I know.
Where am I?
The first one that I bought, I think, would be Nevermind by Nirvana.
Yeah.
So my kids got me a record player. They're like, hey, you like music, right? Like, sure. Gave me a record player, and they're like, okay, now I gotta go buy a record. Went to like Target or something and saw
$5,000 later.
Yeah. Now I've got dozens of vinyls. And...
Ooh, Brian Plus Music's was Frank Zappa, a gift from his dad.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Frank Zappa actually
Yeah,
got some
he's got some stuff.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking weird sometimes, but it's
Yeah.
actually really good.
Yeah.
I just love Frank Zappa because I picture him and Dee Snyder in front of the
Yeah.
Senate congressional
yeah.
hearing.
Oh yeah.
talking
Actually, we
about
talked about that. on
Yeah,
Oh,
we-
yeah, I talked about that.
Music Theory with Mayhem. If you want to find out the original origins of grunge music.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Check
that's
that out.
right.
Check
It
us
was
out.
not Frank Zappa.
All right, my first two albums were a gift from Mayhem. It was "Is This It" by The Strokes and "Whatever People Think That I Am, That's What I'm Not" by Arctic Monkeys.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right.
That's an
that's a good
insane
one.
first two.
That's
And
a
what
really
band
good
did I feature today? It was like a mash of both of them.
It was.
The
It was
pointing.
crazy.
Actually, very true. Yeah.
But the first albums that I think I bought them all together were the TV Girl albums. The
Mm,
Who Really
okay.
Cares, what's it called? French Exit and
Mhm.
Death of a Party Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree, Brian. He said that Arctic Monkeys album is so good. It's probably their best one in
Yeah,
my
it-
opinion.
Probably.
I do remember the first one I bought. It was a CD though that I bought like being 50.
Yeah.
Finally had a job. It was a Crow Left in the Murder for.
Oh,
Nice.
that's right.
Yeah, that was the first one I bought myself.
I remember
Yeah.
that one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
All
Alright,
right,
what's
should we
next?
go on to the next one?
Sure.
We can go with the most recent album that you bought.
Oh, that was
It
also
would be
Record
Record
Store.
Store Day, yeah.
Record Store Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got Twin Tribes.
That's right.
Nice.
I got 72 Seasons, Metallica.
Oh, and you got the Siamese Dream. That's right, right?
I got 72.
Yeah, so
I got it from two different shops.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the second one we got 72 Seasons on discount too. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
It was like $25.
yeah, I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was used. I don't know.
What
See.
about you, Groupie?
Uh,
Actually, because you weren't there on Record Store Day, so it'd be
Wait.
interesting.
Huh?
What was your most recent?
That's what I'm thinking.
Album.
I didn't get one on Record Store Day. I think I got them together because of the internet. Childish Gambino and Taking Back Sunday, the
Yeah.
one that I just
Oh,
told you that
yeah.
I'm not so happy about.
This one's another. Mine is another one that I'm embarrassed that I didn't have already. It was "Damaged" by Black Flag, and then I
Okay.
also got
Black Flag's good.
the Spits. I'm pretty sure it was their self-titled. I don't remember what the
Okay.
title is
Okay.
if it was. But yeah. All right. Next, we're going to a spicy one. And if the authorities are watching this is not an admission of guilt, and it will not hold up in a court of law. What is the album that you stole? So, like from your parents, from the store,
this
from
at the
whatever.
Strokes?
Oh, I was gonna say.
I think I just admitted to that.
I respectfully took Is This It from the
Oof.
Strokes for my sister, and maybe it just stayed in my room.
Oh no, you just borrowed it. Don't.
I just
Borrowed
it's
it.
still borrowed in my
Yeah.
house now. I have it still
Yeah.
somewhere.
Brian Plus Music says "Slave to the Scalpel" by 200 Scab Wounds
Ooh.
for the most recent album that they brought.
Interesting. Okay. That's a good
We're
one.
gonna have to check that one out. That's
Yeah,
a
I'll write that down.
little
Brian Plus
violence.
got some good taste in music,
Yeah, that's
man.
what I'm saying.
It's,
I mean, if you have music in your like name tag thing, then you've got to love music, right?
all right, there you go.
All right.
I think I stole Reload, the cassette from you.
I think you did. That was you.
That was me.
I want that
All
back.
Okay. For the sake of the court, I would put in Exhibit A. The cassette was stuck in a shitty Ford Bronco that died.
Oh shoot.
So theoretically, what was inside the stereo was free game.
It was
True.
abandoned, is what you're saying.
I understand.
So
understand
I
that.
went to go get.
Okay.
He didn't
the-
steal it. He found it.
I
He
found,
found
it.
it. He
So-
reclaimed it.
I just didn't tell anyone.
He just kept it a secret from its original.
I
owner.
will say, but Reload was my gateway drug into Metallica. Reload
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
my entry.
You know, Reload is actually pretty underrated as
Very
their catalog goes.
Memory Remains, Fuel, Devil's
Yep.
Dance,
Mhm.
Low Man's Lyric. I love Low Man's.
Now, Metallica, I have to. I hope Lars already. Well, he's probably not watching, but it's gonna along those lines. So I had this like crush on this girl in college the first time, like 30 years ago. Yellow Card, Ocean Avenue.
Oh, that's a
She,
good album.
She burned it for me, man, on one
That's
of those
right.
burnable CDs. Still considered stealing, right? Like,
Yeah.
If
Oh,
that
we're
is, then
talking-
all of us are fucking thieves.
you were-
Yeah, if-
Oh no, I still. This is it. I was like 11 or 12. So
If downloading music was a
before I downloaded
crime,
music,
lock me
yeah.
up.
So I didn't technically steal it. It
Didn't
was
pay for it.
stolen for me. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
I think we still have that yellow card burn CD.
I might have it somewhere actually.
that's how I have Duke.
That's
That's
how you
how I got
Dookie.
Dookie.
He stole a what? Brian
He
Plus said
said, "I stole an MCR CD from Target."
Zemo
But-
face.
Yeah,
Okay, which
which one?
Which
Okay,
one? Which one?
yeah. Is it Three Cheers or is it Black Parade?
We'll wait for your answer.
Wait,
I'm waiting.
All right, while we
Let's see
wait,
what kind of taste you have.
What you got?
my stolen album. It's actually a not very. It was Black Parade.
It was
Black
Black
Parade's a
Parade.
good one though.
That- I'd steal it if I
That
was
one's
12.
worth. That one's worth stealing.
Dude, I don't love you. I do love you.
Yeah.
I love you. The song. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
really good.
this-
Oh, that was my
Yeesh.
karaoke song when I super
you were
trash.
12 when Black Parade. Excuse me.
Oh jeez.
We're definitely older than you.
All right. My stolen album is by a band called Still Woozy. It's called "If This Isn't Nice, I Don't Know What Is." That was my favorite album for like 3 years, and I didn't have it, so I saw it at Target, and it wasn't in one of those cases that had the thingy in it. So I just put it underneath the eggs when we were there. I was like, hey, I got it now.
For those who don't know, Mayhem is Speaker's dad.
Well,
We'll talk about this later.
talk
so-
about this. Later.
It was worth it, though.
Where did this happen? Is it in my jurisdiction?
No, it was
or
in
your
my
mother's
it was in my
jurisdiction?
mom's
That's what
jurisdiction.
matters.
That's what matters.
I actually don't know where that CD went. So,
Karma.
yeah.
It was stolen from you.
I mean, if the thing
Probably.
didn't beep, that's kind of Target's fault, isn't it?
Well, no, it wasn't even in. It was just loose. It was like just in the sleeve with the barcode on it. All right. One album that you hate that you have. I guess we already did this one, so we can go.
Well, that's the one that you hate. Oh,
Yeah,
the
the-
one that
yeah.
we
Target stole it back, Brian says.
Target stole it
They
back.
tracked it down.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I would add Weathered by Creed to the one I hate I have.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't hate, but I know, I have a girl mini groupie. So I do have Billie Eilish. I do have Olivia Rodrigo.
Hey, Billy, don't diss Billie Eilish, dude.
No, it's not a bad album, but I guess something you wouldn't find think you would find in my catalog.
True.
But Olivia Rodrigo, actually, I not that bad either. The Vampire, the album, name of the album, or is that just a song?
Must she rip off from Paramore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I have those.
So I don't have one that I hate. I can go with my least favorites.
This is turning into more of like guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That would have been more of a guilty
Brad Plus
pleasure.
says Toto.
Toto.
Listen to the Anglo Stars.
Yeah.
I would.
I listen to Toto. Okay. I feel you on that one.
My least favorite one. Yeah, this is gonna sound bad too. It was American Teen by Khalid. But that's just because all of my other ones were so good that American Teen kind of got pushed to the back.
Okay. Okay.
That's fair.
So wait, what was the last one?
We can do
Album So Bad You Love It.
yeah.
That would be the guilty pleasure. I
Yeah, the
guess.
The guilty pleasure one.
Oh.
Guilty pleasure one.
Well, no, I hate that I have. I don't listen to that Weather CD by Creed, but the one that's so bad I love it is Saint Anger by Metallica. I like it. Okay, shut up.
So guilty pleasure one.
I think of one that I actually just embarrassed to admit that I have, and I can't.
I gotta check my.
You know what? I'll just admit we don't even listen to the Billie Eilish one that a lot. I think it's good, from what I heard, but I'll listen to that Olivia Rodrigo one pretty often. I mean,
Okay.
well, Mini Groomper will listen to it pretty often. I gotta say, it slaps.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna date myself here. I don't have it anymore. Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel.
Oh my god!
You're fucking wrong, dude.
That's awesome.
But it was a good record, man.
We're gonna go buy it right now.
I'm gonna go listen to it again.
Greatest hits
Greatest
by
by
Whitesnake.
You know what? White Snake is actually really cool.
Yeah.
We were jamming. We were driving somewhere, and it was with Mini Chaotic, and I don't know what, but here I go again on my own. Come on,
Yeah.
and we were jamming, man.
Dude.
It reminds me of old school, that movie.
Okay, so you know how we have like this revitalization of new metal? They need to do hair metal, man.
Yeah.
We need
That'd be nice.
hair
Okay.
metal back. We got some hair metal adjacent. Killer Kin, for
Killer Kin,
example.
I was just about
Okay,
to
a
say
little
that.
bit of the glam
okay,
rock.
There you go.
The Toxin to an extent have
Yeah.
that kind of similar energy.
Mhm.
We need it back.
Gotta
We
bring it
need
back.
something, man. We need something.
All right, my guilty pleasure is Among Swan by Mazzy Star.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. It was actually kind of funny because I was over here listening to Kamikaze Zombie with my headphones on, and I take my headphones off, and he's listening to Magic Star. Like,
One of these things is not like the other.
I was just trying to like chill over here and then.
But okay, dude, I had the biggest crush on Hope Sandoval.
Mhm.
I listened to a lot of Mazzy Star. Didn't understand a word what she was singing about. But yeah, great band though. A good band.
You know which song I came? Because somebody, again through the internet, got me. They had gotten the CD and I hit up with it. The 500 Miles by the.
Oh, the Pretenders.
I had the actual CD.
I would walk 500.
But did I listen to it? No.
You listened to
I
one
listened
song?
to 500 Miles.
Yeah.
Be that man. Yeah, we like that song too.
Yeah, I had that CD for a while. I had that album for
Yeah.
a while, I
Yeah.
guess. The Pretenders.
All right.
The
Well, I
Pretenders or
think that's
Proclaimers?
The Proclaimers?
Proclaimer.
Yeah, the Proclaimers.
Pretenders are somebody.
Yeah.
else.
Okay,
there we go.
I think
Proclaimers.
they were like. Never know. Anyway,
moving right along.
we had confession time.
Yeah,
man.
we promise not to put any of these songs on our playlists. But every week we put together a playlist of the songs that we listen to, the artists that we are researching. You'll find the artists that we featured today, but we also put artists that we listen to. So,
Yeah,
for instance, I listened to a lot of Smashing Pumpkins this week. I got some.
you did put a lot of Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 songs in there.
Yeah.
Some, I think, Cherub Rock, maybe some Mayonnaise, some Beautiful, kind of like a deep track
Ooh,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
if you
one.
guys are
That's a good one.
interested. Hobo Johnson came out. He's been coming out with some singles lately. His most recent one is called, I wrote it down. I promise. Me and You.
Yeah.
I love Hobo Johnson. He's hilarious. And he's got like this spoken word rap thing, and
Yeah.
like his band gets into it. It's just so entertaining. Let's see. I got Street Lamp. They're a 4-piece from San Antonio.
Okay.
353 listeners a month. They remind me a little bit of like the Toxin. They got like a female lead singer with a huge voice, just a huge voice. The band itself is awesome, just really great rock music. Got Wife Patrol, 3-piece from Indianapolis, 291 listeners per month. They're weird in a good way.
You
I
like
like
it.
weird.
So
I like weird.
their first song sounds like a Who song,
Hmm.
and then they
That's
get
interesting.
into some like hearts, and then they get into some like psychedelic bluesy
Dang.
good stuff. They got like some, you can hear some like bangles
Wife
in there.
Patrol?
Yeah, Wife Patrol.
Wife
They're
Patrol.
really good.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
A lot of like kind of like the melodic chanting stuff, like the
Mm.
bangles and stuff. Just great. Love it. India Arkin. Oh my god, this girl can sing.
Yeah.
Oof. And when she sings about, oh, she's from the UK, 385 listeners per month.
Yeah.
And last, I got a 3-piece from Chicago called Daisy Chain, 547 listeners per
Ah.
month.
Heard
They
of
got-
Daisy Chick.
They call themselves Psychedelic Blues.
It's like
Yeah.
the blues.
Which
thing.
I
Okay.
get, and they're really,
Yeah.
really good.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a hard time, but
You said it's from Chicago, right?
yeah,
Lots
Daisy
of
Chain's
bands from Chicago.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
we've-
hitting Chicago.
We have.
We might have to
college.
visit Chicago and
We
go
might
see
have
some of
to.
these
Yeah.
bands.
Might
I'm
have
just
to-
saying.
Oh,
What
yeah,
if we
the-
go on tour?
What if we go to Chicago?
Well,
and-
people would want to have to go.
Yeah,
on tour.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would be cool to find a really cool venue up there in Chicago and feature some of these artists.
I
That'd
know,
be-
yeah.
I mean, we featured East Moon, Yada
Yada
Yada,
Yada.
Marlowe.
Um,
What was this from Chicago?
Scam Likely is
Scam
from
Likely.
Chicago.
Yeah, that's right.
What if we?
Hmm.
I
how about
believe.
we
Take a
I
little
don't know.
trip.
But around from Wisconsin was also a Makeout Palace down the street too.
That's right. Right,
All
right there.
right.
Yeah.
We keep talking about it. If you guys haven't listened to past episodes,
Yeah.
Feeling It by by Makeout Palace.
Yeah.
Oof.
We keep
that's right.
we keep talking about feeling it.
Yeah,
That's where it comes
as
from.
The
As-
it feeling.
As
the
a
it feeling.
recovering alcoholic, that song.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's a crazy
Yeah,
one.
so every time you guys hear us mention feeling it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
trying to put words to what it is,
Mhm.
comes from that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
There's also a
Amazing
blog on our site, rockmental.com. We have a blog about feeling it. So
Mhm.
check it out. You'll know
Yeah.
what we're talking about. I'm sure you've all felt it.
yes,
Yes.
we've all felt.
All
All right. And I actually got some merch in the mail. Some A Night in Athens.
Hey.
Night in Athens. Great dark wave stuff. Words Unspoken, probably my favorite one of her songs. Check it out.
Oh.
All right, what do you guys got?
Cool. Let me go.
First one.
I'll go. I'll go.
All right.
So, speaking of, thanks for Brian Plus for talking about Kill Switch Engage. I had a metalcore phase.
Oh.
I might have stolen your Kill Switch Engage.
You know, I
tape.
got into metalcore. So I got 4 bands. This first one's called Befell. They're out of State College, Pennsylvania. 2.5K listeners. These guys are really fucking good. I added a song called Tribulation. Really good. The breakdown's heavy. It's so good. The next band I added, it's actually, so this band's called Dead Icarus.
Oh.
But they're actually Alex Varkarsis, right? From Atreyu.
Oh, okay.
It's his new band.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
So he was with Atreyu for like what, 2 decades, for 20
Oh,
years.
yeah.
That ended. There's some like we don't know, little drama.
Okay.
So he started this band. They only have 7K on Spotify.
Okay.
Oh.
They're very good.
Atreyu is good.
Yeah,
Very good.
I
There we
think
go.
they kind of got drowned out by the Avenged Sevenfold.
they did. It was
Bullet for My
it was like a
Valentine.
bad timing.
I actually saw them in concert
Yeah.
here locally.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
pretty good. So this band, Dead Icarus, I added the song 1 Million Days. Very good. They have the heavy, they have the screaming, then they have the like melodic stuff. Is really good stuff. I also added the band I think we were playing at the beginning, at the top of the show, called Gone Cold.
Okay.
They're from Fredericksburg, Virginia. They have a little more. They're 35K, so a little more popular. They have a song called Echo that I added on. Also really good metalcore. And this other band, it's kind of funny. I found them just kind of out of the blue. They're called Original Self. They're a 5-piece, I think 5-piece. They're out of Nashville. They only have just above 5K listeners.
Mm.
They call themselves America's heaviest boy band.
I like them already.
That right there, I was like, all right, I gotta fucking listen.
All right, let's
Okay,
try this out.
listen.
That's true,
So, they have their latest single is called "The Case Against New Nashville." It's heavy. It's really good. I think it's like a not necessarily a protest, but I think they're talking about a lot that's going on there.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. Again, I don't know why I was in a metalcore mood this week, but check them out. These guys are good.
All right.
By the way, Brian Plus Music says Dead Icarus is so
There
good.
you go.
There you
Right?
go.
Yeah.
So good.
Really good.
Oh,
Oh, he's from
Yeah.
Nashville. Hey, there you go.
All right.
All right, Vince. Yeah, check them out. Original Self. They're really good.
I went with first song I put in. Well, besides putting Florentine's a little bit of a guilty pleasure, newish song that came out this past year. Ojos Tristes by Selena Gomez and the Yes.
Oh, the Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. They recorded together.
Yeah, they did. It's gotten its popularity and
Mhm.
on the interwebs right now
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
on TikTok
Maria's
and
putting out some good stuff lately,
they
man.
have
Yeah,
but
really good.
it's a cover from like a power jam 80s power jam the singer they
Sorry,
Latin
what the song again?
Yeah.
Ojos Tristes.
Oh,
Red eyes.
I think I hear. I think I hear Mrs. Mayhem from somewhere.
So I added that. It's a really good
Yeah.
cover. Late Night Drive Home. A little bit more popular band, but this song Freaks. And good pump up song. I don't listen to music a lot when I'm running, but when I do, I've been listening to it.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's been a good pump up. It's been a good very Arctic Monkey style as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
They've been up for a while, haven't they?
I believe they
They're
have.
coming back to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Did a band that was here locally recently, Pity Party.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, Yeah. Okay. Pretty good.
So I was listening, trying to see
That's right, they
amp
came
myself
through.
up to see if I could go to the show. Didn't end up going, but thought they were my weekly playlist, Pity Party.
Oh.
Then lastly, with the band, maybe I have to do a little bit more research because possibly will be featured. Name of the band is called Pretty Bitter.
Pretty bitter.
Pretty Bitter. About 3,000 listeners.
Okay.
Very distinctive sound, kind of more mellow, but at least the couple songs I've heard,
Yeah.
they just hit. So Pretty Bitter. Added them this week and wait for it. They might be featured soon.
All right.
That's
Right
what I
on.
had.
Cool. Well, boys, I
Yeah.
think we got ourselves an episode.
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
Very good
Oh,
stuff.
1 second. Jose Rios says his guilty pleasure song that he can't skip is Mono no Aware.
Hey,
Mananawari. There you
yes.
Groupie
You guys
featured.
give me crap
go. Japanese
Hey.
bands.
picking a band that had 100,000 listeners or 200,000 listeners.
They're all in Japan.
They are
Hey.
from Japan.
I picked up a Japanese metal band too recently.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so-
That's right.
Monono Ware, yeah, no, that's it's a really good band.
That was
Yeah.
quite a
Yeah.
few
That
episodes
was
back.
a few episodes back.
Back.
You know
yeah.
what? It's the and that's how I heard from them through Instagram.
Yeah.
One of their songs is kind of getting pretty popular, but man, they're an amazing band.
They're really good.
Yeah. Just a warning: if you're going to go down the Japanese metal wormhole, the rabbit hole,
Yeah.
Be prepared.
wear protection and be ready just for some weird but awesome shit.
You
By
know
the
what,
way-
Brian? Thank you so much. He said, I want to say that this podcast is a breath of fresh air. Definitely going to keep watching.
Hell
Hey,
yeah,
hell
Brian.
yeah,
Keep coming
Brian.
back, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Brian Plus. Thanks for everyone who joined us. Thanks, Ace Wave. You guys kick ass. As always, you're doing your thing.
Yes, sir.
Baines, Jose, thanks for joining us. If you're watching, then chime in the chat. Thank you for at least watching.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe. If this is your first show, I highly encourage you go to rockmental.com. You can catch all our previous episodes. Take a look at the bands. We have links to all the bands in the playlist that we have featured. Please give these bands a listen, give them a follow, buy their merch, do whatever you need to do. That's why we're here to highlight these up and coming
Oh, yeah.
bands.
Absolutely.
And so yeah, make sure you subscribe. We also got some merch. We got some things on Rock Mental. We got our Sonder Mountain collab hat going on here. We have some our own Rock Mental merch that you can also purchase on our shop. It'll help us do what we do to provide you guys with the latest music and mental health discussion. And we also have some things on Amazon if that's your thing.
Oh yeah.
So everything you can find there on rockmental.com. Give us drop us a line. You can also go to contact us. If you like what you hear, cool. If you think we're full of shit, cool. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
Please let us know if you're in a band or if you know a band that you think needs a shout out. Please, we're always looking for new bands. I mean, Ace Wave did it, and Ring Effigy did it. Please, if you got
Mysterios.
what's it real? If you know some people, please, we want to hear you guys.
And we are talking about ways to get more bands to you all.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work in the background. One day maybe we'll show you all how much work this actually is.
That's right.
I wouldn't call it work though. It's actually really fun.
This is so
fun.
much
It is
fun.
really fun.
It is fun.
But maybe sharing more of the bands that we listen to you will kind of help you some of these bands that
That's
we like.
right. That's right.
So actually we're going to go into some of our mental health resources that we have on our page, rockmental.com/help. We've got resources like 988.
That's right.
If you're in crisis or if you just have a question, you know someone who's in crisis or if you help somebody, 988 is the place to go. They got plenty of resources there available. It's preloaded on most phones, isn't it?
I think so.
Go ahead and just give them a call there. We've got helping survivors. Again, for survivors of sexual abuse, sexual assaults, there's a lot of resources on there for you, a lot of information, possibly some legal representation may be possible for y'all. But heads up, guys, is probably the best things. I'm going to give you a homework assignment for all of you watching. Take the test. See what your symptoms are telling you. And there are resources there available to get you in a mental health professional.
Yeah.
Not us three talking up
Yeah.
on a podcast.
Disclaimer: we are not licensed mental health
Oh,
professionals.
absolutely not. We're hardly
No.
qualified.
We're barely
to talk.
professionals.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been called professional in my life. But we are hardly qualified to talk on a podcast at all. But these mental health professionals are vetted by a great organization that are dedicated to helping men get connected with a real mental health professional. Go take a test, get connected with someone.
Yeah.
You can find all those things on rockmental.com. If the heads up guys, if you want to take that depression assessment, it's rockmental.com/heads up guys all together. And yeah, absolutely. We're so proud of this partnership. Thank you again to everyone there at Heads Up Guys for doing this.
Yep.
And yeah, help you guys find
Right.
some treatment.
Baines Bennett said, y'all have a great day. Awesome show as always. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Baines.
Appreciate you, Baines.
All right.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that joined us.
Yeah.
Brian.
Hold on, we had quite a few people today.
Yeah, we did.
About
We did pretty good.
Seven
Mysterios.
watchers.
All right.
A couple of people on Twitch as well.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Grumpy, what's next? Next
You know,
week?
looking up for next week. Watch out for Beyond the Pit. We'll have some excited episodes for you guys coming
That's
during
right.
the week. Watch out for our Instagram. We always like to post something silly. And next week we'll just have we'll have great music for you guys. We'll have another
Yeah.
game, and we're always cooking up something big for you guys. So
Yeah.
just not next week, but during the week.
That's right.
You guys expect a lot from us.
Well, next Sunday is actually Mother's Day,
Oh,
so we are going to figure something out. But
Yeah.
make sure you follow us on socials and we'll let you know what the plans are, and let them know how they can do that.
Yes, follow us at RockMental Official on pretty much all of the social medias, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Twitch, if you're watching on there too, somewhere on there. Yeah, we have at RockMental Official on there. Go to rockmental.com if you want to find our music playlists, our merch, our other stuff, the help pages. Yeah. And then, yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Cool.
guys.
All right, let's
Have a
do
good
it. Everyone have a great kick-ass week. Let's connect. Let's help each other. Let's keep going.
Hey, this is in your stuff, man.
Hey, this is new stuff.